to recap. And while that's happening, I'm going to run downstairs and grab some water because I have an empty water bottle. But I will be listening, just I won't be able to speak.
I can give it a winging hit. So let's see. We came back to Draco still. If you tug along the little boat in his little dinghy that you guys threw him onto, because he was doing what's right. You guys didn't like. It happens. We we get to the island. We find the island we've been looking for, and
Ran away from the crabs.
yes, we got ashore. We saw crabs, and we thought they were going to kill us, but then they just kind of scurried away. Then we went. We were looking for directions to get to the center of the island, and we kind of were feeling sort of lost, but like Hoppy and Amon were kind of able to keep our bearings for the most part. Then at night we go to make camp, and before we all went to lay down, we decided to explore the area around us
with ropes.
With ropes.
Well, that didn't really help me.
No.
But the other four of us didn't get in trouble.
So, yeah, we all go in different directions, explore the area, and Draco sees Ridden basically face down in some water. So he goes to help her, but he's too short on his rope, so he unties. Next thing you know, he's captured by spiders.
Yeah.
And Ridden really wasn't there. It was just all a figment of Draco's imagination. It was the imagination game we were all playing.
Because there's freaky. Yeah, it's the freaky woods.
Exactly.
They're freaky. Woods,
Freaky
but
woods.
freaky.
Then, Amon went down the hole that Draco was stuck in, and Ridden helped teleport him out with the dimension door trick that she started doing, which is pretty cool.
You're welcome. I
And
saved you, you piece of shit.
as I was saving you, I didn't know that wasn't you.
It's very nice of you.
And then after that, that's kind of where we're left off. We went running from the spiders, but no spiders came after us.
Freaky Woods.
Yeah, the Freaky Woods.
Yeah, but right when we thought they were going to attack us, they didn't. Because what's happening in the Freaky Woods?
Stays in the Freaky Woods?
I hope so. We all getting a little freaky out there.
I feel like there was something else that happened. I mean, that was really great.
There was a different aspect, or an additional aspect to the story that wasn't covered. Do you think you know what it is, Michelle?
We were disoriented in the woods. We didn't know where we were. Like there was something that was messing with our internal navigations.
Yeah, there definitely seems to be some kind of illusion or discombobulating effect on the island in its entirety.
We got the thing flying over.
Oh yeah, the flying thing. Damn it.
Yes, and he's chasing us kind of thing. That's why we're hiding in the woods, hoping to be undercover so he can't see us as well. That's what.
Good job, Draco. I mean, Zach.
Cool.
See, we get along. I don't know what John keeps saying.
In real life, we do great.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
You almost drown in water that wasn't there, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Remembering all that we do, who is most worthy, most deserving of the inspiration point for this last session? I know last time we were doing it based on like a show of hands who doesn't have it.
I don't think. Did anybody do anything particularly cool?
Amon could see through the fog that, like, he could see that there wasn't anything there, and none of us could.
Right, like Amon is not. He's not susceptible to the Freaky Woods.
I
am. Just not the fog.
There was something else that was happening. Amon and Suri was having a dream. Suri was getting choked out, and we were trying to save her with that.
And we met the priest that used to be a part of their party, who is dead.
Yes.
Who is dead?
Who is dead?
Like that makes it sound like that's his name.
Ooh, can it be?
Yeah, Abasi.
Hey, well, he is close. He's bossy instead of he is dead.
Like, wrong party for that. Too many bosses here.
Right.
I would say that the ropes was my idea, and I use the immovable rod to see over the tree canopy.
I second that.
After
That was
somebody
pretty
fell out
epic.
the tree. So
The ropes
that would
allowed
be
us
my-
to figure out where Draco was.
There you go. There you go. That's the problem solving there. I like.
1 point to Hufflepuff.
Wow. Wow. The subtext in that was,
Wow, guys, there's no bad Harry Potter house.
oh.
Just Hufflepuff.
Definitely a good one.
Just because you're in a main house doesn't
As
mean.
As a Slytherin, we beg to differ.
There are 3 amazing
We
houses,
beg to differ.
but there's no bad house.
Cedric was a Hufflepuff. He was
Um,
fine.
Yeah, there you go.
Was he? He fucking died. Was he?
Yeah, but he was great
he's
till he
fucking
was
good.
killed by a dark wizard.
Okay, wait. I just have to ask, John, what house are you? I'm sorry, D&D. Wait, this is important.
Ravenclaw.
Yeah, we both
Yeah.
are.
That's what I thought. Sorry, that's not funny or mean. I'm not bullying you online. I'm bullying you in real life.
Well,
That's such a Slytherin thing to do.
it really is.
Duh. Okay, I'm sorry. Sidetracked.
So we pick
Also-
up. Go ahead.
No, go.
It felt like it was gonna be good.
I was just gonna say Draco's for sure Slytherin.
I don't know. Actually, I've never tried.
Well, Zach, I don't know what you are, but Draco's Slytherin. Okay, here we go.
He could be a Durmstrang student. Not
Yep.
even Hogwarts.
Yeah,
You gotta get sorted, Zach.
it's very important culturally. Thank you.
All right, so we'll pick up here in the forest with a carpet of purple flowers that seem to bloom only in the moonlight. There was a night of very fitful, very restless sleep. You fell down a spider hole, decided not to fight the spiders, enacted a fairly daring rescue that at the very last possible second gave away your position. They pursued you, but are seemingly just as susceptible to the illusory fog as you are, and they were not able to find your camp. Eking out the last
Guys.
few hours before dawn, you guys find yourselves now just sort of wet with morning dew, still here in the deep forest beneath the canopy of trees. Your biological clock tells you it's dawn, but it's still dark as night here.
Wasn't there a dream, or am I making that up? Didn't someone dream something on a watch?
There was.
Did we already talk about that?
Sorry,
no?
Amon shared
Yeah,
via the
Draco
connection with the
mentioned
legacy of
it.
Horus.
Okay. Hi, my brain doesn't know what's happening.
No worries. It's probably attached to your throat. Do you want a more thorough recap?
No, I just did that come up during the recap and I missed it?
It did.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, ignore me.
We always
So, guys, is it possible that we have oh shit. Did Mark say that? Mark, you're on my team. Is it possible that we've fallen into a trap here, friends? That whatever Sari broke on the island, that she's like, oh yeah, I may have broke something the last time I was here. Maybe they're pissed and they're like, now we've trapped you.
We're not really trapped yet.
Can you get us out of here? Because I think we're trapped.
As a team, we can get out of here. We've got out of tighter situations.
I mean, I can just take to punching the trees if you'd like, but I think we move forward rather than move back for now.
Yep.
To-
Yes, will you tell me which way is forward? Poppy?
Hop to it. Hop, hop.
No, that's a
They
bad
won't-
suggestion.
I'm wondering if we we didn't say it, so we probably didn't do it. Did we mark which direction we were going so that we could follow it in the morning?
I think you already answered with my favorite DM response of all time.
Definitely not. We definitely didn't do that.
Damn it!
She's pointing today, guys. Why? It's weird. Okay. So maybe when we take off in a direction today, we mark where we've been. Not with breadcrumbs.
The thing is that didn't work for us last time, or just our footsteps, as you see, they disappear as we walk.
Does anyone have prestidigitation that we can like leave colored marks on trees as we're walking by? I don't have that spell, but someone
I
might.
can knock down trees. Does that help?
What if
No.
they repair themselves, like our footprints disappear? It wouldn't
Well,
surprise me.
and
if
you know, we
one
are
just
trying to
flashed right
hide.
back.
We are kind of trying to hide from a, thing flying overhead. Just saying.
Let's ask Starry if she knows where we're supposed to be going.
Towards the sitter.
Just like lumberjack hoppy. I'm a lumberjack and it's okay.
I can like mark the trees with thieves can't. Go that way. We're going that way with a knife.
Oh, you want to be
Carve.
useful. That'd be nice.
We could leave.
Us?
Placid Desert Sausage is the only thing that I have that I don't.
No.
I'm assuming that we are going to either like tie ourselves with rope in a chain so that we can't get separated as we walk, or
Correct.
that we are going to.
I can't wait for you guys to come across another party and they're like, why are they tied in a belaying line? The fuck are these
Yeah, we haven't
special
had-
people?
We haven't had issues getting separated during the day yet, but
But it looks like it's still nighttime here.
yeah, it's still
Listen,
there's fog. that
Let's
wasn't
tie
there
ourselves
yesterday.
together and start walking towards what we believe is the center of the island. And every now and then, I will carve a lesbian triangle into the tree. Okay?
I don't know what a lesbian
Let's go.
triangle
That
is, but
explains
I'm
so
in for
much.
it. Let's do it.
That explains so much.
Let's do this.
Is that two triangles that are like,
Oh my
They're
Scissoring?
just very
Yes.
angry. And they're very
It's two
angry.
scissoring triangles.
nice?
Very
Oh.
angry scissoring triangles, yes.
No one's angry.
How did you know they were lesbian? Watch this. Fucking man!
Oh, the internet is going to kick us off. Okay.
All right. Let's start then by having Hoppy and Amon try their survival checks again for navigation purposes. No disadvantage because it's a brand new day, so this will be a fresh chance for you guys to sort of orientate yourselves using your intuition and tracker's skills to try to find us a path out of here.
So do I have advantage based on leverage
Yes.
and okay. Survival?
Yes, please.
Ooh.
Today, you both take 5-6 minutes, really orientate yourselves, really come up with a firm answer, and you both agree on a direction. Which is
Hey.
comforting, because previously you were both very certain of two very opposite directions. So this is whelming to most of the party. It means either we are definitely on the right track, or at least we are all on the same page in the wrong direction, which is still a
Correct.
step in the better, in like a team unity direction.
Which, let's be real, that's what's happening. Uh-huh.
So we have a
This is a team building.
vague sense
exercise.
now of what's come behind us and heading ahead of us deeper into the island. If you wanted to mark a tree, at least here, this is base camp. This is point 0 on our trail marking. They think they know where the center of the island is and want to move us forward. As you break camp, any last minute morning resetting of spells or camp chores or discussion that need to happen before we
Even with
disembark what is a safe space.
even with
Yes,
the,
I need more coffee. I'll be right back.
even
That's
with
not real life.
the different watches, we still all got a full rest, right?
Correct, yeah.
Mhm.
Like, there's a very strict interpretation of the rules that say, like, if your sleep is interrupted, you need to go back and get 8 uninterrupted hours of rest. I don't love that, because I very rarely get 8 uninterrupted hours of rest, and I have functioned as a
Yeah.
human person for the last, 40-something years, and It can be done. Now, granted, I don't cast spells great, but
If
I was
only
gonna
you
say,
got 8
it's
hours of sleep.
debatable.
Missing. If you just got 8 hours, you'd be able to cast spells.
damn it. All right. Then if there's no other additional chores, we will break camp, and as you guys leave this area of the forest, you hike about 45 minutes to an hour in the direction that Amon and Hoppy agree is towards the center of the island. You start leaving the area of extremely dense forest, and the sun is now rising above the canopy. You return to sort of just, instead of dark and creepy forest of mystery, it's now just creepy forest of mystery. As the sun hits the trees and the forest floor, it does create this sort of, misting effect where all of the cold air and dew that had laid in the ground now is evaporating, and it just creates this almost impenetrable wall of mist. You can't see more than about 60 feet ahead of you, and if you walk at full length tied to your ropes, the person at the van of the at the van of the line and the person at the tail end can't see one another. So the ropes were maybe not an altogether horrible idea.
Hey, Rinna, you want to be at the front? I'll be in the back. That'd be great.
No.
Can I see through the fog more than anyone else?
You don't seem to see the fog at all. Like, people are telling you that it's dangerous and obstructionary. You don't see any fog.
Is this like a Horus and I thing?
That is...
You can't answer that. I understand it was rhetorical.
I mean, but yes, both you and your character have a keen intellectual mind for deductive reasoning, and that seems to bear itself out.
Please don't make me laugh. Okay. To the center of the earth.
Ooh. I would like at this point for everybody that is not Amon to make a wisdom saving throw.
I hate that. I hate it so much.
Am I Amon?
No.
It's a good thing I'm
You are
strong.
a man, not Amon.
Oh, okay.
Hey, she's rolling well. It's gonna be a good day. Thank you, dice.
Wow, I rolled a 3.
But you have an 11, which
do.
is more than 10, and that's always good.
But with John, we needed a 16 today.
It's fun to
It's
find
not great.
just 1 point higher than traditional breakpoints. It makes you feel safe, even if you're not. It is helpful.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably screwed, but I was just trying to look at the positive.
I'm seriously the most wise person in the group, and yet I rolled an 11.
Well, dice.
Yep. All right. You guys continue to walk for another half an hour, 45 minutes. You notice occasionally Oni will stop in her tracks, or you find her sort of like veering off course a little bit. Like, she'll start walking like 45 degrees until like the line that attaches her to the person front and back of her grows taut, and then like, oh, whoops, and kind of is able to get back in line pretty quickly. But something seems to be sort of disorienting her specifically. Keeps drawing her off course, or like she's following a bend in the trail that isn't there. Walking behind Hoppy leaves behind this kind of natural path, a swath that's cut by his large frame, but occasionally Oni will just end up in the weeds, veering off into the bushes until the lion tethers her back and she snaps back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. And
I knew that was coming.
we walk for a ways longer. The early morning air is pristinely silent. Like in a vast forest, the insects and the birds haven't seemed to have come entirely awake yet. And there's something about wet air that seems to conduct sound so much better than any other time or condition of the day. And this early morning silence is breached by this high-pitched screeching sound that raises an octave until it hits the inaudible range of human hearing and echoes in the woods all around you to a point that it's hard to tell whether the screeches happen multiple times or just the sound is conducted in the fog so well that it's just bounced off the walls and it's all around you now. But you do have this deep sense of fear in the core of your persons. You have I'll give you like an in-game turn. Is there any actions anybody would like to take in response to that screeching sound?
Should we take cover, guys? Is it above us?
He's hiding.
I use my Eye of Horus to look around. Will that give me any additional?
Yeah, I was gonna see if I can see what it is.
Since I'm one of the little ones of the group, I'm trying to hide.
Okay, so I've got Draco hiding, Renan hiding, Hoppy and Amon trying to perceive Oni. Looking out, ducking for cover. Battle positions. Okay.
You're muted.
Oni draws her sword, puts her back against a tree, and prepares for the worst. We'll start with perception rolls from Hoppy and Amon. Hoppy, you will make your perception at disadvantage. Amon, you will make your roll at advantage. This will be a very staggeringly different roll. Nice, Hoppy.
Barely edged me out.
Oh. The screech seems to have come from all around you, and you're unsure. You stall, make still everyone around you, that you can keen your ears and listen ever so carefully. The screech happens again. This time it sounds much, much closer, almost like it's right on top of you. Some of your teammates hit the deck, hiding into the underbrush. Oni draws her sword, prepares for an imminent attack, and you both look up, and against the early morning light and the canopy of the trees, you can see a broad shadow sweep through the trees. The violence and force of the wind of this movement is swaying these massive 80-foot tall trees like a hurricane wind might, and the shadow you see looks almost like a quadrupedal creature with massive veiny reptilian wings that have a span of almost 65 feet. The
So
shadow
the
that it
Sphinx.
casts
Cool.
blots out, the entire path you've walked so far. I also now need hide checks from the two of you that hid, and you will make those with advantage. Everybody else will make a straight up stealth check. So Renan and Draco with advantage, everybody else normal.
Liking how I'm rolling today.
Yeah, it seems strong.
It's gonna be a great day.
This could be a terrible day.
Renan, why are you at disadvantage?
I'm at advantage, friend.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know why
roll-
it chose the wrong one. Oh, I don't know why it did that, but it doesn't matter. The 19 is the one.
The shadow, you can't see the creature because it's cast against this mist, and the light from above swoops low just above the canopy line, screeching as it goes. Everybody does their best version of covering, hiding, ducking, whatever they can do. Oni and Draco, it is at this moment that you realize a small rays of light pierce the canopy, sort of like miniature little spotlights all over the place, allowing pristine sunlight to dot in from the canopy of the trees to the jungle floor here, or the forest floor, excuse me. One such beam of light is hitting the golden band of Amon's Legacy of Horus eye, and creating this just like signaling mirror reflection up into the canopy. The two of you that notice that have just fractional seconds of time here to try to do something to address that, or you're certain that anything in the air will definitely see this.
Okay, I need to do something. Holy crap.
Who notices?
You and me.
Oh, I throw my cloak over him. Over his head.
Love it. Hey, what the fuck? Throwing the cloak
And then
over
I-
definitely blots out the sun.
And then I do the yeah, bro.
Crouching for just a moment to see if it worked. It circles by one time in this broad, sort of expanding concentric circle, and then flies off to your right side. And seemingly hasn't seen you, or if it has, doesn't care. Screeching as it goes. Eventually you're left in a silent, dew-ridden forest.
Good thing you threw the cloak. I was about to throw some dirt at him, or some mud at my feet.
Magic rock.
We could always rip a piece of cloth off of a cloak from the Silver Flame outfits that we took, and have him tie that around his head to cover that one eye.
Yeah.
Like Sari with her eye patch.
I mean, we
I'm
have
gonna-
giant swords. I'm pretty sure it's not the only shiny thing that we have.
Yeah, but that
I'm
specifically
gonna
was calling to it, so like a big.
This way we can call him Patches O'Houlihan. That'd be good.
If you can
gonna
dodge and
rummage through
blink
the
it,
hand. I'm gonna rummage through the handbag of holding and try to find something sufficient for covering the eye patch that's not my cloak.
I have a blanket in my inventory I can just use to
Cool.
cover myself.
Awesome. Cool.
Sure.
And I'm
blanket.
taking my cloak back.
Having been a little stressed out for a moment there, whatever flying monster that is that guards this island has narrowly missed the opportunity to detect and probably dine on you twice now. To make certain that in this moment of dread and terror you didn't become disoriented, I would like each of our 2 trackers to make a survival check to make sure we're still on track.
With advantage?
For you, yes.
Nice. Nice.
Yep. Again, the boys seem to have it well in hand. You both agree on a direction. You both do your specific skills, your track finding, your object location. You're looking at the sun's directionality and rise. Fairly certain we are on our way towards the center of the island. You walk for another hour in this direction, and you're starting to get a little tired because it's been a rough hike through dense underbrush, tall forests. But you can start to see this forest give way to the sort of sparser trees and more like rocky growth that we saw before on the coastline. Large chunks of rock, small pebble floors, few trees, but they're farther apart and don't have the same kind of canopy protection that you have enjoyed here in the deep forest. Anything anybody wants to do before we sort of leave? I don't want to say a safe space, but the protection of the heavy forest area.
Can we mark where we came out?
Mark, excellent idea.
Triangle. Done.
Yep.
Lesbian triangle. Like the lesbian seagull,
John Livingston?
Yep.
All right. We have emerged from the dense forest, and you find yourselves sort of on the, not the highest point of the island, but at a high point that where you're looking is all sort of downhill to where you're going. Perception rolls, please.
We plateaued. Man, my rolls were amazing today.
Okay.
Poor Oni, though. Jeez.
Give me a moment to parse these results.
Damn, guys.
My rolls are terrible today.
Renan and Amon, from the zenith of the hill that you're on, you can see a downward slope through this sort of rocky abutment, maybe 2 miles or so through this very, very sparse foresty area that leads to a giant bowl-shaped crater in the island that looks almost perfectly spherical, like if God took a basketball and just rammed it through the center of the island. It created just this giant hole right in its center that has cut a swath all the way to the coastline. So you can see the outer, which would be the southernmost edge of this island, a small inlet, and then a giant spherical hole in the island. this sphere shape has created a totally barren sort of. It looks like an impact crater, like like when a meteor hits, it kind of just blows everything away. It has that sort of appearance to it, where they're just everything around this bowl-shaped area has been wiped out of existence. And Sorry just nods that that's where we're headed.
Cool.
Oni,
looks
Hoppy, and
terrifying.
Draco, from your perspective, as you guys look out at the same hillside from the zenith of this hill, you can see the coastline as I described, but there are 6 ships coming in at anchor and dozens of rowboats bearing the Silver Flame emblem docking, landing on that beach that we're heading towards. And you can hear the clarion call of war horns in the distance.
Hey, Happy, your fan club's here.
Sweet.
Everyone put your costumes on.
Yeah, we got the costumes.
Well,
I'm
how long
sure
until
all
we
of
get?
them
don't-
blend in.
Yeah, I
But
don't
how
think
long
we need
until
to
we get
worry
there?
about them yet. And they also just blew a horn, and we know the Sphinx is here.
Yeah.
So-
The path before you, if you were to travel at the normal speed using no tricks, just normal hiking, 2.5 miles an hour pace, estimated between 1.5 and 2 hours until you guys are at the epicenter of that crater. To answer your question,
Let's
Draco.
go.
All right, so yeah, we got like an hour and a half before we got to worry about this, I think.
Should we watch
Hmm.
what happens though and see if the flying creature goes to the shore
That is true. They did do
and
its
see
mating
what
call,
that
didn't they?
interaction looks like? Will we be able to see that where we're going? Because I feel like we should watch what's happening.
From as I tried to explain, maybe I didn't well. You guys are on a hill looking down at sort of like a bay.
Right.
So where you are is a great point to watch things because you're at like the highest vantage you'll have access to in the foreseeable future.
But if we go
As
down
you
into the
descend
crater,
down into the
we'll
bay,
lose
you're going to
sight of
start
that.
losing.
Yeah.
Correct.
So shouldn't we see how that unfolds before
Yes,
That's,
absolutely.
go to the other
That's
side?
about 3 hour, wait we're waiting in.
I mean, is it worth it to see if the Sphinx doesn't go to them? Then we could be doubly screwed.
We're also
Yeah, we
sitting on
could
top
lose
of a
our-
hill.
Lose our lead.
Like what if these are their
But we're also sitting on top of a hill, like a banquet, ready for the Sphinx to come and swoop down and get us as well.
I think we can probably
I want to
find
ask
coverage.
Sorry, is this flying thing gonna go after them as much as it's going after us?
She doesn't understand your question, and I think it's worth comparative as you guys exchange notes about plans and tactics. Amon and Renan, you do not see the ships in the harbor, nor did you hear the clarion warhorn.
Oh. Guys.
Sari is in your camp where she says, I don't understand why we'd waste any more time sitting here. Watch what? Wait for what?
Great. All right, this island's still messing with us. We just need to move.
Okay.
Good, because I
Let's
don't want
Down
to be.
into the crater.
To the basketball hole.
I'd rather not be the, on a dinner plate for the griffin anyway. Let's go.
Sphinx.
Yeah, that
Sphinx.
thing. The Sphinx, yes. It's part griffin.
The griffin is ours.
Yes.
Drew.
Left on the
Drew is
ship, though.
hiding the ship.
He's not here.
I know, but
Just
he's
thinking
still
how,
ours.
the one time he could have been helpful, to be a distraction for us, and he left him on the ship.
A
I think he would have gotten killed.
I wouldn't have. Distraction.
Okay. So I think it's worth having a conversation and saying, we did not see that or hear that. So you guys are seeing different things than what we are seeing.
All right, I'll explain what I saw. 6 ships coming in the Silver Flame, coming up to dock on the beach. Then they blew the war horn, or a horn. And yeah,
Half of us heard
Right.
one thing, half of us heard another.
Right.
So
And is it possible that the island is again fucking with us and trying to get us to go back?
at the same time,
Because
just be aware that it could be fucking with us. You guys may not have had strong perception, so you probably didn't see it. I don't know, but we all saw it. So
and still see it for what it's worth.
Yeah, we still see it, and there's quite a few people, so we need to be careful when we get down there.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to be careful the whole time. But duly noted, you guys are seeing not real things. Got it.
You guys
And
are blind.
Draco?
Exactly.
We don't actually know who's seeing.
One party is seeing something that's not real. That's for sure.
Yes.
Which party
Right.
it is
It's clearly
Was seeing something. It's the wrong one. So.
Or you three, because
Let's keep
it's with
going.
you guys.
Let's keep
Okay.
going.
All right.
It's a 50-50 cut. All right.
The first few steps from this side of the hill down this rocky embankment are a little rough. Like the first 100 or so feet is more like climbing and less like walking. Once you get down there, there's kind of like a naturally switchbacking path that you could easily sort of take to zigzag down the hill pretty carefully. But for this first little bit, I am going to require athletics checks for anybody who's not proficient in athletics. If you're proficient, easy, you just take it, handhold, foothold, 3 points of contact all the time. And it's easy to do. If you are not proficient, I'd like a roll, please.
Did not go well.
I am proficient in acrobatics, not athletics. However, I do have Earthwalk. So do I need to roll?
Oh, let's see. A combination of proficient in acrobatics, Earthwalk, and being pretty. Yes, you're good. No, I think Earthwalk is a fair foil to the proficiency condition.
Everybody just found a way to call you pretty. That's all. You just wanted a way.
Oh, she started glowing.
Throw
Good
that
job,
in
John.
there.
You got her to glow immediately.
Draco, as you descend down this rocky embankment, it is immediately apparent this is a little out of your depth. You start to sort of, you do like that, you do like that sort of like you're sort of edging down, and then you do like the butt scoot, and like you realize suddenly you are sliding way more than you intended to slide, but like eventually you stop and you do like the cool guy, like, yeah, I'm taking this 15 feet at a time. Oh my god, I almost died. But are able to sort of stop yourself before like you actually take the plummet. Renan, you
on the other hand,
follow his example. But unfortunately, the gravel surface here is just so loose, you really scramble, and can't find any handholds or footholds. The rest of the party, you see Renan just start to slide down the sheer face of this 100-foot embankment.
Quick, throw
I just throw up a rock on. Let's go.
As you wish.
Nobody's gonna try and save me. You guys are just gonna let me fucking fall. Cool.
You're tiny. I can.
It's like a steep hill.
John, do we have time to intercede?
Yeah. When I give you guys that kind of warning, it's usually I'm giving everybody like an action, a reaction level of response.
Can I throw a rope?
Do you have a rope?
Aren't we all still tied together?
We're still tied together.
We never technically said that we weren't tied together anymore.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
yeah,
Renan is tiny and not big enough to knock the largest of us over.
Okay, then
so
I'm gonna
just go
have to ask the most annoying DM question ever that I would like you guys to answer honestly and not take advantage of the situation. What would the marching order have been going into this? Where does Renan fall in the line of people?
Amon must have been at the front because he can see. And you said at one point that I was tied to Hoppy because I wandered off in a different direction and then came back. I imagine I would not have been far from Renan. So if we assume it went Amon, Hoppy, me, Renan, then Sari and Draco, maybe? Because Draco did say he was at the end.
But Renan would either be in the front or the back, so she could hide and sneak away unnoticed. It's just what she would do.
Then maybe you were behind Amon, and Hoppy was behind you, and I was behind him.
So I'm going last down the mountain. This is gonna go well for me.
So I'm in the front, so you're second, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Renan.
So you would.
And I would want to keep you close
Amon, too. But you've got me and Hoppy behind you, and the two of us could easily hold the weight of the two of you.
So it sounds like I need to have Amon make a strength saving throw as you
Right.
fall full weight and he's attached to you first.
I'm
See how well
little.
he's attached to the. It's amazing how much like a little free fall weight will actually yank you off a mountain.
Yeah.
Especially if it's not
Well,
expected.
hopefully the person behind him can stop us.
Oh shit.
Shoom, 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 shoom.
I
It's
have,
like
I have
dominoes.
6 on that, and it's still.
Yeah.
We
Amon
fallen, bro. We fucking fallen.
is similarly dislodged from the mountain in this ping pong Yankee session. You are now both yo-yoed down the mountainside together.
Would you
Who
like to
is
say hi?
third in line? Is that
Hoppy.
Hoppy
I
or
think
is
we decided it was me.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Hoppy, I need a
Thank
strength
God.
saving throw from you with disadvantage.
He's got goat legs.
No.
He's got little goat
This
legs,
isn't-
right? Mountain goat.
This is
Yeah.
Nice.
when the
Nice.
Uh,
Your disadvantage rolls are killing it.
Mm-hmm.
Hoppy, you see what's happening. You take your gloves of knocking and literally just put your fingers into the mountainside and just brace yourself for what's coming next. It yanks at your waist so bad you think you're going to throw up, but you staunchly just hold the line, and two people yo-yo and dangle beneath you.
Look at
Slamming into the wall.
berries we got.
Yeah, you get some minor cuts and bruises. I'm not going to make you roll for damage, but it's more like an embarrassment at this point that you're just dangling there, smacking into the rock face. Yeah, from there you're able to hopefully get a hold of the rock, and at this point even maybe Hoppy could just lower you down. Everybody else is able to get down easily enough. A thank you, Hoppy, might be in order at the bottom.
yeah,
I
for
will,
sure.
Thanks,
I'll,
Hoppy.
I'll just keep carrying them down.
Once we get down through this rocky abutment, it is now like this is terra firma. There's no more like huge cliffs, and you're on sort of a path. Not that there's a worked space to follow a trail per se, but just a very visible, clear way for you guys to walk all the way down to this crater. As you head to the crater, I would like everybody to make another wisdom saving throw. Those
that's
of you who
not the
failed
one.
previously will make it at disadvantage. So
This is not the one for me.
Did you say disadvantage?
if you failed previously,
Finally, I did a
I
good
don't
one.
remember.
Man, my wisdom saves have all been 5s. Let's just perception and wisdom. This is awesome.
that's not your strength. That's not
Where's-
your wheelhouse.
I don't remember what my wisdom throw was. I'm looking.
I think only Oni failed.
Cool. Let's just
Only the Oni.
all right.
Okay. And that remains the case. As you guys approach the precipice of this cliff, all the natural foresty terrain gives way. No more moss, no more lichens, no more trees. You're entering sort of like, Rocky Monterey style, very, very sparse bushes and vegetation, lots and lots of like just wind and water blasted rocks that are almost smooth to the touch. The top of this rocky area has got like lots of carved out pools that have captured either rainwater or perhaps like oceanic spray. As you guys all continue to advance towards this crater, you notice that your line pulls taut again and snug as Oni is just stopped staring into one of these puddles. Oni, for the sake of descriptive purposes, would you relay what you're seeing to people if they asked, or would you like to have a private discussion?
You're
Can't hear you.
muted, Meg.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to make sure you weren't getting feedback from John. Since I have already been informed that the group is seeing different things, and I'm sure I'm just seeing something that isn't important, that the island is trying to trick me, I probably wouldn't bring it up right away. Just being honest. So,
Okay.
Private message.
shall we go to... Are you going to tell me or
Yeah,
send it
we
to
can
me?
go. We can go to secrets.
Secret.
All right, what we got?
Hello, you're beautiful and I love you.
Aw, thank you.
What you see in the like this sort of carved out sort of tidal pool, you stop for a moment because to your perspective, there's a layer of mist that sort of clings around this rocky embankment. Everybody walked past it, but you were walking through like ankle deep mist, and about 40 feet off to the right of you, you see this tidal pool carved into the rock face there, and in the tidal pool, there is a body floating face down in the tidal pool. It's got a long black cloak on it that vaguely resembles Renan's cloak. And there's a beckoning sense, like someone is inviting you to join them.
But the pool is not large enough to hold her body, or is it?
Oh no, it is. Yeah, the pool is probably about 10 feet wide by 8 feet across, and there has to be at least some depth to it because the half a body is face down in it.
Okay.
You know, like a small, like a pool the size of our combined desks.
Okay. That's what I see.
Yep. And like I said, there's like a extrasensory sense of something sort of, inviting you. You get nothing fearful, nothing terrifying, but like just a, hey, how you doing?
What happens if I reach out and touch the water? Not the body, the water.
Sure. As you reach out and touch the water, your finger grows icy cold as soon as it's, to the cuticle deep in the water. It ripples out, and you hear a voice say, "Are you lost?"
Can I pull my finger out of the water?
You can.
All right, I'm pulling my finger out of the water. And I'm just going to stand there.
Okay.
Has the group tried to intervene yet? Because I imagine at this point they've seen me standing there.
I will go back up to them and tell them what you've done. Or you can come up. You can come with me.
Yeah.
And we'll see what they think of that. All right. Thanks, Liv.
Will need actual therapy. So I think that would do him a lot of good, and he refuses. So he's all right. Sorry. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Oh, no. Michelle goes to therapy because Michelle needs it. So trust me. This is the pot calling the kettle black. Or the other way around, however that saying goes.
African American. It's rude to say black.
Wow.
Once again, the internet is canceling us. I don't know how many people watch the stream. We've been canceled.
Last session we had 4 unique viewers, so.
Woo!
Ooh.
Thank you for your patience, everyone. Oni has sort of left that line again, moving away from the party, moving at a 45-degree angle off of them. She's strained the tension of the line that connects her to, I guess, Hoppy and
either Draco or
Amon or Draco, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's heading towards. There's like a small. It looks kind of like a tidal pool, where just rainwater has collected in like a basin roughly 8 feet in diameter. It's probably riddled with seagull poop and God knows what else. But she approaches it, straining at the tension of the rope, almost pulling you guys to get closer to it. And she bends down and puts her fingers in the water and goes like, I don't know, like rigor mortis, like stone cold, absolutely silent, absolutely still, unflinching for several seconds.
Funny. Snap out of it.
I'm going to start walking towards her immediately. I'm not going to touch her. I'm going to go to the other side of the puddle and look to see what is happening to her.
Renan, as you get to the other side of the puddle, in proximity to Oni, you can see that her eyes are not the correct color. They look aqueous and fluid. It's like you're looking into a fish tank. You know, that sort of like distortion and fluid sense you get when you look into like an aquarium.
Mm-hmm.
That's what her eyes look like. And you notice that her hair actually seems unusually damp and wet, almost like she just got out of a bath. And I would like Renan to make a wisdom saving throw.
Stop it. She's not going to do well. Fuck. Now I'm going to touch the butt.
Same drill. If I relayed something to you, would you want to share it with the whole group, or would you like me to talk to you privately about what's happening?
I would share absolutely everything with Oni and Amon. So if Amon's not touching the butt, then I would be sharing it with him.
Okay, then
so
just not Draco or Hoppy.
I mean, they're irrelevant to me right now. I love you, Hoppy, but like Hoppy comes with Oni, so I like him. Draco right now. Well, not right now. Not for me.
Right. Renan, Oni, and Amon join me in secrets then.
Oh no.
Can you drag Renan? Hello.
You might have to grab Caleb. Caleb! Oh, he's here. Okay.
All right. Renan, you get close. As you get close to the pool, you feel this sense of like cold and wet. You also notice that your hair has gotten really, really wet. Your clothes feel kind of damp. And you can see Oni is putting her fingers in this pool of water. And you don't know how you missed it before, but in this pool is a face-down corpse, a body wearing a long black cape just floating face down in this pool of water. But rather than feeling scared or dread about it, there's almost a sense of welcoming. Like there's a sense of like a greeter or someone making you feel like this is a place you're totally welcome or invited to be. Looking across at Oni,
some Lord of the Rings shit.
Her eyes seem totally normal to you now. But there's almost like a sixth sense. There's this otherworldly perception that this is the right place for you to be just now. And you can almost hear a voice talking to Oni. There's a ripple in the pool that like ripples out to the outside and back again a couple of times, and it's just a soft feminine voice that says, "Are you lost?"
No, I'm not lost, you freaking weirdo.
The voice is talking to Oni.
Oh, well, she's not lost either.
Can the voice hear her?
I don't know how you'd know that.
That's true. I don't know what I'm seeing at this point because I pulled
But
my
I
finger
know.
out of the water.
So
yeah.
I say, as long as I'm here, she's not lost. Leave her alone. Do I even have time to react?
I'm sort of doing this in real time. This is as Oni is pulling her hand out of the water. As soon as she does, the voice and the rippling effect goes away. You don't hear anything. And then it's more just like, two sisters standing on a mountainside overlooking the ocean, staring at each other blankly. Once Oni's hand is out of the water, you both have a diminished sense of that sort of otherworldly presence.
Do I register that I see Renan now?
Yeah, clearly.
I'm gonna grab her and give her a big hug.
Are you okay? What just happened?
I don't know. Let's finish our business and get off this island.
Okay, but did you just get possessed by something?
I really
There
don't
was
know.
a dead body in that water. And it was talking to you.
You could see it too.
Amon, what is happening?
I'm not seeing what you guys are seeing. That's right, John, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, I think we need to Just get the hell out of here.
Okay. Bro.
Bro.
Okay. Sorry, my kid's just throwing stuff. Okay.
We go back to normal general.
Yes.
Yeah, unless you guys, let's go up.
Looking forward to.
Draco's gonna help you train Drew, huh?
He's got talk to animals. He's got like animal bonding. He's got like all the things. He just forgot about it until we were like hanging out.
No,
Way
he's
to go,
totally mentioned it
Draco.
before. He's totally mentioned the animal friendship thing before. And I thought, Draco is a sly son of a bitch.
Well,
He is a
in
druid.
fairness, Hoppy's not very smart, so he probably didn't realize.
All right. That little adventure in the tidal pool notwithstanding, are you guys ready to continue forward?
Yes.
Or is
Yeah,
there
and
something
I'm
like
just
to
gonna
investigate
I'm
here?
gonna look at
Question.
everyone and
Are they
say, you
snapped
guys,
out?
we have to get the hell off this island as fast as possible.
Is Oni
Bro!
back?
Yeah.
Caleb, can you help me in real life? Sorry.
Calling
I
for
can
assist.
try.
No! I'm being physically assaulted. Help!
Send back up.
He just threw this metal basket at me.
Oh my god! You weren't joking. I expected it
No.
to be like little toys or something.
I know, I'm sorry. All done.
In fairness, he shouldn't have to ask you twice.
She's gonna throw that metal basket at you.
Oh, jeez.
Many, many times.
Repeatedly. There will be blood. Is that a movie? There will be blood.
I think so, yep.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but okay. So sorry, I got distracted by physically being assaulted. I just reiterated to everyone that we got to get the hell off this island.
Mm-hmm.
Just to verify, Oni
Is
snapped out of it?
everybody moving?
Yes.
Are they snapped out of it? Do I need to go
Yeah.
over and
Oni
assault
and
anyone?
Renan both stand up on their own accord and rejoin the line. Oni looks a little shook. Renan looks just like, 1/3 confused, 1/3 angry, 1/3 determined.
Okay.
But
I was
no
hoping
one's
for
like
one more third.
one more third. She's 4/3.
There's
As
always
you
4/3.
continue down this path of rocky coastal slippery stones, you eventually find yourself on the precipice of this massive crater. It looks something like this.
Oh, we get music again. Nice. So,
From
question:
here, though,
do I still
okay.
see ships?
In the harbor, you do, yes.
Okay.
I'd like everybody here to make perception rolls.
And the harbor's over here.
Yeah, like they're coming in through this low area of land here.
Do we have advantage, disadvantage?
Normal straight up
Normal?
rolls.
Okay.
It was bound to happen.
Where's my perceptions? Here's my perception. 21.
Okay.
So 12.
It looks like everybody except for Hoppy sees this, giant, hole. It is a perfect circle that has a diameter of almost 300 feet. And in the center of the crater, as the rising sun just sort of breaks that plateau, casting light into it, you see dozens and dozens and dozens of silvered skeletons at the epicenter of this crater.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. No. Mm-mm.
There appear to be lines of 13 silvered skeletons in a row, forming spokes that make a circle at the epicenter of this crater.
And we all see it except for Mark? I mean, Hoppy?
Even Mark can see the reflected sunlight on these silvered skeletons.
Mm-mm.
From this height. I mean, you all almost instantly can recognize who and what those likely are, but the formation, their orientation, and the sheer number of them is staggering.
Holy crap. That's a lot of skellies.
It is. If you guys want to talk real quick.
Draco and I are just having a private conversation. I don't expect it's going to take long. I just want to see if what I saw was similar to what he saw.
Yeah, I first she was running around. Are we talking here, or are we going to talk privately, or what? What do you want to do?
It's up to you guys.
We can stay here just because Hoppy would be the only one that hasn't heard, but the conversation would just be happening between you and I. I figured since we're walking next to each other, I'd just slow my pace a little bit.
Yeah.
And we'd be walking side by side.
Yeah, basically, she was running around me, laughing and talking, and then next thing I know, I see her face down. That's why I got off my rope and went to go save her.
Did you hear a voice ask if you were lost?
Yes, actually.
Man, this island is fucked up. We gotta get off of here.
Then I point up ahead. It looks like we're about to have some more fun, too. Our silver skellies are back.
Well, we'll face it together, whatever it is. Onward. All right, thank you. At least I feel a little bit better knowing that I have now seen what he saw, but he would have been rambling, like we wouldn't have known what was happening.
Wait, so you mean she was you saw her drown as well?
Mm-hmm.
Teasing you?
She was floating in the pool.
I need you guys to stop it.
Like it.
As usual, it's all about Renan.
I'm just not.
I don't make it that way. I'm not writing the story. John is writing the story.
Hey, Renan, mind your own business. We're talking.
Yeah. I'm not.
The adults are talking.
I'm not sure why it's chosen to show us her, but.
Love you.
All right. Well, you're not crazy. I'm not crazy. We'll figure this out, and then we're gonna keep walking.
Or you're both crazy. Are you raising your hand, Michelle?
Yeah, I am. While I'm annoyed by them talking about, thank you. While I'm pointing again, while I'm annoyed that they're talking about me within earshot, I'm going to look at, Amon. I'm going to smile at Hoppy because he's just so adorable and cute. And I'm going to look at Amon and I'm going to say, what do we know about these Silver Flame people? Like, where do they come from? And why are there so many of them dead here?
I might be confusing this with something else, but I seem to remember reading about some kind of wheel shape, some kind of ceremonial thing. I could be very wrong, but John, doesn't my captain's compass allow me to? I look up the two things every single time, and I still cannot remember what they are.
You can ask it the wheel and woe question with augury, and it just always knows like true north.
Although this island it kept spinning around.
What's the second function?
It allows you to cast the augury spell, which will let you sort of get an intuitive sense about a proposed course of action and whether it will be good, bad, or both.
Okay, I thought
you could say like
there was something else.
Is opening this box going to result in a good outcome or a bad outcome?
Yeah. I was thinking. Oh, guidance. It's just guidance. Okay.
Oh yeah, for saving throw purposes.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Sorry. What are we doing?
As some of you start to sort of slide or climb down into the crater, which is the next step, this is the whole point, was to get to here. Mm-hmm. She is reluctant to go down into this place.
What's going on?
Is this where you broke what you broke?
You told us we had to get here. Do you know what we're doing when we get here?
She just silently and solemnly nods up and down twice. She just has a hard time stumbling over the words, but she manages to get out, "This is where they died."
Where who died?
She grasps the ruby at her waist and she says, "My friends."
Wait, were you part of the
Wait,
Silver
what?
Flame dudes?
What? What?
She can see the outrage and she's quickly dismisses, shaking her head. "Not those fanatics. The 3 men that laid down their lives trying to save me from them."
Because you're a Tetrarch too.
Yeah, that's a little better. But,
you remember the nightmare where Abasi was choking her? He replayed the moment of his death, and that now kind of synchronizes a little bit with this array. She tells you that this crater, before it was a crater, was where the Well of Fate stood.
No, thank you.
To make sure that she could not get an answer to her one burning question, the Silver Flame destroyed it.
okay, that
Why are we
explains.
Her friends gave, their life to try to buy her the time she needed to ask her question and receive a vision. And she says she was able to ask the question, but then an enormous beam of energy destroyed the well, destroyed the land, and bored a hole straight through the island into the oceanic bed below.
Before you get your question
That's
answered.
what this is.
That's
Yes.
what this is.
Oh,
And you brought
So
us
the
here.
Well of Fates is gone.
She,
Why are we here?
holding the ruby in her hand, the ruby says, "The Well of Fate is not destroyed. It now only resides at the bottom of the ocean's floor."
oh,
And do you
Yes.
have gills? Are you going to go down there and swim?
we do have
What's
water
That's why we
happening?
have. That's why we have our water apparatus.
Tinks on the bathysphere. That's why we spent so much time and money getting this.
I hate all of this.
He says that
your sister.
while the Well of Fates has been disconnected from the island and there its source of power, he has every reason to believe that the last question asked of it still lives on its facade, and that information can still be retrieved.
Since no one else has asked us yet, what was your question? What was the question you asked?
She takes a moment and tells you that she has mentioned this before, but that she needed to know where to find the next piece of the legacy of Horus. Specifically, she needed to know the location of the wandering oasis of Kaer Sur.
Okay.
Seems like it would be in Draco's Grotto.
Anyone proficient in history? I don't remember.
Me.
And that's a Amon.
Kaer Sur is sort of like it's like an Atlantis, right? Like it's a place everybody's heard of, but no one thinks is real. The legendary tale surrounding the city is that it's... What is happening to Michelle?
I'm
Zeke's
getting
probably
the
doing
shit
something.
beat out of me. Yeah. And I'm trying to ignore it, but it's just. Sorry, I muted so that you guys didn't have to hear it anymore. But
It was just great facial expressions.
oh.
All right.
Okay.
Kaer Sur is a legendary oasis that appears in the desert. It exists in a place for only a few weeks, and then it disappears, relocating to another random spot somewhere on Geb. It was created by the gods as sort of a safe house for them, a traveling luxury palace. It is said that one of the pieces of the legacy of Horus was placed for safekeeping there, and she needs
That
to
could be fun.
reunite all the pieces of the legacy of Horus to complete her mission.
Okay.
But the only person on Earth, the only thing on Earth that could accurately predict where it will appear next is the Well of Fates, which brought her here initially with her team that is now dead.
Is this the source of the light beam that we saw? Like the destruction of this area?
Given the timing, directionality, it seems very likely that is the case. That even that far away, you guys saw what happened.
When I ask her if that's what happened here, what does she say?
I mean, she can't know what you saw, but that jives with everything she knows. She says, "Did you hear the deep reverberating pulse and a blinding whitish blue light that climbed into the heavens?"
Yes, many hundred miles away. Yes.
That was the
Did
silver
flame. Did the silver flame? Can they do this again?
She said that this is only a minor sampling of the power that the flame is capable of. She points to the organization of people, the 13 lines of 13 spokes, and says there's a reason they turn silver when they die.
What?
Why?
She explains with her silver coin from her purse and the eldritch blast that she fires from her finger. Silver is a perfect conductor for magic energy. She says these people are converted to this ideology, to this faith, unknowing what the true goal is.
And they're given like Wolverine adamantine skeletons?
They're given silvered skeletons so that they might, when the moment calls for it, become conduits for a massive amount of magical energy.
Well, then we better hurry since they just docked.
But I thought that the club that I grabbed turned into like tar or tarnished.
Yep. Over time, it'll disintegrate. It's an alchemical process that's not permanent.
Okay.
So if we're going to do this, we should hurry up before the people in the harbor come on up. Just saying.
She says, now you understand why I've worked so hard to stop them. This was only 169 unwitting souls. I'm told that they've already turned 10,000 or more to their cause. Could you imagine what the flame could do with such a power?
Well, just to be clear, if anything attacks us, I just plan on unleashing my bottled storm. So...
That time of month again, huh?
What do you call your teenage angst?
I unleash my bottled storm upon you.
I fucking hate men so much. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just there.
It's all right. It's not your fault that you have a penis. You were born that way.
And I appreciate it, you know.
At least someone does.
I know, it's sad.
Okay, so...
All right, well,
now I'm not going to unleash my bottled storm. I'm going to let you bitches die. Just kidding. Okay, let's do it. Here we go. We're raging.
So
I would like to sneak.
Yeah.
The next time I'm angry, I'm going to tell somebody that if they push me any harder, I'm going to unleash my bottled storm.
Can't wait for you.
I like that a lot.
And then say, you know, it's like a period. It's like when a woman's on a period.
Just add that to like spell failure rates now in the game.
There will be blood.
Oh God!
Sorry, I had to make it full circle.
Sorry,
Moving on.
Did you have to?
I'm glad I missed that conversation.
Yes,
Mark.
you missed that conversation.
Yeah.
The critical failure table says you can't because it's your lady time.
Says you're too emotional.
We're going underwater. We're going underwater.
So there is that option. She's already begun unpacking the bathysphere and hooking it together. It is essentially like a large diving bell center that holds a quantity of air connecting to 5 30-foot umbilical cords that each have their own helmet. This will provide you oxygen whilst you descend into the deep spaces of the water.
Do all of us have to go?
As many of you as want to go, or as few of you as want to go, are free to go.
I have an irrational fear of Renan going underwater after seeing that, and I would prefer if she stayed topside and hid, but I'm
happy to stay topside.
Okay.
We need someone to look out.
Yeah, because if they do come, I'll unleash the bottle of storm and then descend.
Perfect.
So I will hide from my. Yeah. Well, if you fuck around, you find out, kid. Okay?
So there's 7 of us. Who is staying with Renan? Not Draco. Draco's got to come with us.
No, I can stay by myself.
Hoppy. Well, no,
I'm
there's
a
only
big
5.
girl.
No. There's only 5.
Oh.
Oh,
things,
got it.
right?
Got it.
So, and there's
Yeah.
7 of us, including Sorry. Sorry needs to come.
Okay,
because
can
she
I
has
keep
additional
Hoppy?
information.
Can I?
No,
Here's the thing.
Hoppy was already
I got
doing
potion
this.
of water breathing.
I can stay. I can stay with Renan.
Okay. I'm like, I'm either keeping Hoppy or Oni, so.
Yeah, I'll stay. You guys can go.
Like I
Okay.
said, I
Do
got
we
potion
have
of water
any
breathing
way?
too, though.
Hold
So,
on. Hold on. Actually, can we keep Amon so that we have a way to communicate?
Oh, yes.
Because Amon can talk to Sorry through the eye.
With the eye.
Only at dawn.
Oh, right.
Fuck.
We'll be
Does
fine.
anybody have a way to
waiting a while
communicate?
down there, but
Ladies are staying topside.
Keep the
Okay.
druid. He can use water talking.
I'm not keeping the
animal.
druid.
Yeah,
I cannot guarantee that he won't be dead
They have to
before
be
you get
separated.
back.
Oh,
We're not
he
leaving
will
Draco
not be
and
dead.
Renan.
He will not be dead.
I like
She
that
will
was
unleash her period storm. Okay. So
Yeah.
you brought that upon yourself, man.
Oh, jeez. Okay, it's time for the men to get to work. Then you're saying, all right, here we go.
Yeah, go for it, men. Solve all the world's problems. You're so good at it.
Mhm.
Oh,
Do we have any kind of sending stones or anything that the group can use to communicate? Or we should at least come up with a plan for at what point do we need to make an attempt to get down there to them.
Does anybody have any spells or
We can send a rope and do the
tug.
no?
You know, tug.
The tug.
Go
Yeah.
tug.
you can't solve everything by tug.
I have nothing.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I don't think that can help us.
What about Sorry? Does Sorry have anything that we can use to talk? How do we not have fucking sending stones? How do we get this far in and not think
We just
every
didn't have
time
the
John
money.
goes, "Do you want something?"
offered
and we go, "No."
We're good.
Yeah, we just have never had the money for it because a lot of our gold went into.
That's also not fair or true.
Well, we put
You
our
guys
money
did
towards
not
other
think-
things that we would rather have than sending
We
stones.
thought it was cooler to have a cloak
Not-
that teleports and leather armor and a sword and a spear than the sending stones. Who would ever use those?
It's okay. I have. Oh wait.
I have a weight too.
Wait.
I don't want to talk about mine.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't like to talk about my flare.
Okay.
What's the deal with Dimension Door? Do I have to see where I'm teleporting?
I believe Dimension Door. Actually, maybe it doesn't. I know Misty Step requires you to see. Dimension Door may not. Let me pull up the spell real quick. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I could have done that
Are
too.
they-
I just
so-
thought you would know because you know so much of this game.
I was gonna say with certainty that it doesn't, but then I realized that there's one of them that doesn't. You teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range. You arrive exactly at the spot desired. It can be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction, such as 200 feet straight down, which is really applicable in this case. You can bring objects as long as they don't exceed your weight limit, and you can bring one willing creature.
Fuck yeah. So if I have to, I can teleport me and... Oh no, that would be really dumb to
200
teleport us
feet.
200 feet
No.
under the
Well,
water
I was gonna ask if
without
you,
oxygens.
if you only need the oxygen to get to the location, and the location itself has oxygen, but you
We don't
need
know.
it to make the trek.
I mean, I think our biggest danger is if the white flame is actually here, they come upon us and, you know,
Zap us.
pull some shit while we're underwater.
So we don't have a good way to communicate. Okay. Question.
What if I give
has-
Amon my cloak?
And
Then he can come up to us and say, "Danger, come down." We still won't be able to do shit because we don't have oxygens. We need gillyweed.
We
got a
do need
question.
gillyweed.
Do you guys have potions of water breathing?
No.
Would
Do
you guys like
you give
potions
them
of
to
water
us?
breathing?
Yes,
I have-
please. Does
I have
anybody?
one. I have one.
Does anyone else have one?
I used mine.
I didn't have one.
That's
some time
okay.
ago.
One is better than none.
Is Sari's bird friend with us?
Yes, but birds are terrible swimmers.
I know, but
What's
can
your dog?
can the ruby communicate
Penguins?
to the bird, or can she communicate to the bird in any way? Because he's been able to like direct us before without necessarily being able to speak.
Sure. It's a familiar that follows her commands.
Okay.
She can see through its eyes, but they don't share the ability to talk to one another. And moreover, the bird cannot speak.
I see.
It has carried notes, and it has like sort of flown overhead to lead you in a direction. Like if she was down there, she would be able to send, a command to it, but its ability to execute on that command is going to be limited to, flying in a direction or squawking at you. It may not be very clear.
Okay, so here you go. Here's my bottle of water breathing. I hand it to Oni because fuck
Okay.
Renan.
We have one bottle of water walking. Okay.
There you go. Oh, water breathing. That's breathing.
Potion.
Breathing, not water walking.
Potion of water breathing. All right. All right. Well, you guys best get going in case the silver flame was real, and we'll just figure it out as we go along, I guess.
I'm still gonna give you the rope. Just pull twice if we need to come back up if there's danger.
But do we have enough
about-
rope to go as far as you need to go? We're not sure where you need to go.
I have 100 feet. I think Hoppy
I
has
think
100
we all
feet.
have 100 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. So that gives us at least what 500-600 feet.
Yeah, so just keep tying them on as we
Okay.
descend.
Yeah, I say we can try it. I say it's a double tug, like a sharp double tug from either end if we need immediate assistance.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've reached the end of the rope, it is 3 tugs. So we know. Fuck it.
To add more.
We can't. Yeah,
We
like
can't-
so 3
eventually
tugs.
We'll run out of rope, so without knowing where you guys are going.
This is the most we've ever thought about communicating with each other
Yeah.
in our
It really
entire.
is. I love it.
Can we give it like a 2-hour window and then you guys come back? How much breathing does that apparatus give you? We have to have some kind of like we'll come back to the surface.
It will allow breathing for 8 hours.
Okay. So if you can't figure out where you're going within 2 hours, come back up. And if you figure out where you're going, send us a message. Maybe it's, I don't know, 5 sharp tugs.
And since we have an entire crater, that I'm assuming does not look like this, but instead just looks like water that we're looking down in.
It is mostly water. Like there's floating debris in it from the collapse of its substructure.
Oh, so they're going down into
Yeah.
the middle of the crater.
Oh yeah, like straight
Not
down
like just
from
open ocean. I see.
no. Like
I
right-
would like to make sure
Okay.
that we take enough time to find the correct place to enter so that for Oni and I, we are hidden
Mhm.
from plain view. So if something does come into the crater,
Mhm.
it's not going to see us right away.
Yeah, I like
You know
that.
what I mean? Like we're going to be hidden. I don't want to just be like, okay, you plop here and we're just
Right.
2 buoys.
Yep.
Here we are.
Construct I can help construct like
A hide.
a little, almost like hunting blind.
Mhm. Let's do
Sure.
it.
We haven't done this in a really long time in this campaign, or actually maybe never ever in this campaign. Amon, I'd like you to make a survival check, cultivating local materials, locally sourced goods, to make a hunter's blind for them. The survival check will be
Nice.
Oh, functional invisibility. That's nice. That is the DC of the perception check required to see the ladies behind the hunter's blind. So,
Awesome.
Oni, Renan, help me remember 22 is the number if someone is trying to see you. That's the DC they have to beat.
Okay.
And it's a critical hit, so
Well,
I
it's
feel
not a
like
hit,
that
though.
should be mentioned. It's a
critical
critical
roll.
success. Okay.
All right, so ladies up, boys down. That's still the plan.
Yep.
And
And
Right.
Sorry.
Oh, right. One of the boys. Then everybody puts on their flippy floppies and their bathysphere helmets, and we are prepared to descend into the depths.
And we are prepared to judge the wet t-shirt contest.
Woo! I'm gonna win.
And you're
I'm gonna
Pink
win.
Girl straight making copies.
Sorry wins. She's got boobies.
I don't know. Hoppy's pretty cut.
Does Hoppy even wear a
He has
shirt?
hooves. He has
Yeah.
hooves.
He has to wear a shirt for the
Hooves?
wet t-shirt contest.
Eyes.
I don't care if he
Is it
normally does or not.
hooves?
But
Oh, say that word.
like, hooves?
Got the hooves.
Hooves. Say that word again.
Hooves.
Okay.
Hooves.
Hooves.
Why?
Okay.
Oops.
You like hooves better?
I would say hooves, but it doesn't sound right coming out. Nope. No, leave it alone. Okay. Into the water they go.
Mhm.
All right. Blub,
Nope.
blub, blub, blub,
Or hook.
Whilst you are descending underwater, I'm going to need, from the water team, we'll call it, we'll have dry team, water team. Water team, I need two things. First, I'll need a perception check from everybody once we are descended and you kind of get like a sense of the darkening depths. And I will also need a constitution saving throw as you get acclimated to breathing through the thing. This tells me how easy it's going to be for you to breathe through the bathysphere apparatus.
Having really bad flashbacks right now, John. Really bad flashbacks.
You can make it.
Nope.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Oh, good job, Draco.
Hey, now I'm getting good rolls.
Excellent. Yeah, that's impressive. It looks like no one's going to have a problem breathing through the bathysphere apparatus. You do notice that the hoses have like a 90-degree valve on them that would
Hey.
allow you to turn off airflow to the helmet and take the helmet off if for some reason you needed to leave the tether. Because don't forget the hose that connects you to the bathysphere proper is only 30 feet. For the purposes of underwater experimentation and exploration, I am not going to deal with atmospheric depth pressure.
Yay!
But like, you know, after 300 or so feet, that's going to start be a huge issue for you guys in real life, not in the game.
We're in Magic World.
Yeah, it's one of
Yay!
those like, I think it would be cool to do in reality, but then it just becomes cripplingly debilitating.
Yeah.
And I don't want a character to have the bends.
Right. That would suck.
Once we get down like the first 50 or 60 feet, it gets dark. You know, the sun only penetrates so many feet of ocean water before it really just diffuses to the point of no longer being helpful. You guys can see that there's like a lush underwater environment here. There used to be like a kelp forest, but there is a very clear column of destruction that has ripped apart everything here. The fish that you see even seem to avoid this. They avoid the void left by the energy beam. You know, almost sort of like there's some sort of lingering effect, or that habitat was so devastated that they just avoid it altogether for fear it might happen again. You get about 160 feet down, and this is where light sort of starts to become an issue, right? You're sort of this is where shadowy illumination begins and daylight ends.
Dark vision here.
From here,
Does the blue light special work down here?
it does cast some light. Yep, shadowy torchlight. Anybody with dark vision is fine. Anybody without dark vision will need either a torch or the light spell. The only other thing of note for the party is Amon, you have your ears on? I'm going to assume yes. you get a weird foreboding sense. You haven't experienced this sense since the last time we encountered something that was undead in the crypt where we dealt with that lich. That same twinge up your spine, almost like you can feel something in this area. I would like
A quick question: are we able to communicate? Speaking with our little head things, or no? Or just hand signals?
You can yell into them. It creates a very muffled, very echoed sound.
Okay.
So like you can hear sounds, but it is not as clear as talking face to face.
Okay.
No. More like yelling through 10 feet of cardboard tubing.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I need Amon and Draco to both make perception rolls.
Caleb, did you hear? Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Wow. 2 crits.
When
Oof.
it's game time, it's game time.
All right. Yeah, damn.
Sorry, DM.
No, you're good.
We
you
know.
can see
We know.
Amon getting spider sense. He's aware of his environment and a little off-put. That sort of keys you into wanting to pay attention to something. And at the extreme, like just the absolute limit of where your dark vision can penetrate beneath you, you happen to look down and you can see something that has like a reflective quality where the light hits it, sort of like reflectors on a road strip. Long and serpentine. You can see it beneath you slither in the water like this beneath you, almost 80 feet in length until it goes out of your dark vision range.
Okay. I should have stayed up at the top. This is gonna be fun. Oy. I hate deep, dark, water things where things can sneak up on you out of nowhere. Gonna be fun.
A little thalassophobia.
If that's what it's called, sure.
It's the fear of the deep ocean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take just one quick second here. All right. As you continue to descend, I assume, you approach what looks to be the sort of shallow ocean bed here. There's an old shipwreck beneath here. This could be one of the Silver Flame ships that was like drawn into this vacuum once the laser hit. Hard to tell. And then it has bored a hole through the oceanic bedrock here, even deeper. And it seems like if the well exists, it's likely at the bottom of that cavity. But I'm going to move you to this page now. You are now traversing the depth that would have been at that plane where you saw that slithering.
I use my little nice hand signals and point people keep an eye on and get some. Woo 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 woo.
I want that
big.
shield.
It's big.
As you begin to approach the giant crater, Draco, since you are hyper aware of it, you can see coming from the left side of the area. Oh shit. Hold on, sorry, I just moved the whole map by accident and I did not mean to do that. Fix it.
John, real quick, I'm trying to find my item that has I think it was that created the shield against the undead. And I cannot see it in the item list. Maybe it's this. Nope.
Let me take a peek. I don't see it either. Is it possible that you sold it? Because I do delete things that we get rid of.
No, not a chance. I haven't sold any of my magic items.
Oh, I see. It's in I will move it to the thing.
Put it in the wrong spot.
I have discontinued using the things I know folder because it seemed like that was not a thing you guys were really grabbing onto. That's where your Sigil of Isis was. Yeah, because that was originally like a thing you knew, but
gotcha.
We haven't used that in months.
Oh,
I only knew 2 things. I didn't use it too often.
Yeah, and I was being generous. You know less.
I know nothing.
I forgot it was an item. Or, I mean, it should be an item, right? Not just a thing that I know.
It is more a incantation that you know that you could do with any item. The power really comes from the wielder and their faith than it does the item itself.
Ooh.
But we'll put it in
Gotcha.
magic items. It's there at the bottom now, and I'll run it alphabetically filtered real quick. There.
I got it.
Sigil of Isis.
All right. Just want to make sure that that was prepped and ready, just in case. Since I'm getting the spider sense.
Draco, you see it coming, slithering along maybe 30 or 40 feet above the oceanic bedrock is that giant silver-scaled eel. And riding atop it is a corpse of a person in plate mail,
Oh, jeez.
wielding a giant mace. Its eyes are the first thing that you notice, and that they are pinpoints of red. You can feel a sense of anger and vengeance overtake you as it approaches.
Okay, I notify the dive team. Point.
Oh, and there's our turn
over.
order checker.
I would like everybody in the wet team to roll initiative, please.
Meanwhile, the girls are talking about boys and how they're going to paint their nails and pumpkin spice lattes.
That and, their bottled up storms. Whew. Bottled up storms of rage. There you go. Is that better?
I only run games that pass the Bechdel test, so that won't work for me.
Well, the girls are talking to themselves. Just, they need to talk about something other than boys.
Well, this girl, she's talking about girls, so.
That's why you two wanted your alone time. Gotcha.
That's my sister, bro.
Can confirm Oni's probably just staring intently at the water where she saw you guys go down and waiting for any sign of disturbance. I doubt she's talking very much.
Yeah, and Renan is probably looking around for people, and they're not talking. They don't have to talk. They love each other.
Comfortable silence.
They're good.
Not uncomfortable silence.
Amon, you're the first person to react to Draco's muffled, like, over there, over there, over there. And it is, as I described, it looks like a humanoid person in plate mail riding a giant eel. It's almost preposterous. You wouldn't believe it if you weren't staring down its gullet.
But it is definitively like an undead rider on it, right?
Yep, it is, a pale horse, or a pale rider, and his name is Death. Sea serpent style. Yeah. The serpent
That's
itself
fucking
seems
cool.
like just a living creature of the depths. but the rider atop it is certainly undead, and very recently undead by the look of him. He still has all of his flesh, and there are battle scars on his flesh and armor.
All right, I'm going to activate my sigil by saying, "Namjadan, Namjadan, Namjadan."
Bro, you have a druid with you guys aren't even gonna try to talk to these people, you're just gonna fight him? Oh my god, I'm so disappointed in my family right now. You always don't leave men to do a woman's job. Jesus. Okay.
I'm just putting a protective spell on, so calm your storm.
Follow that back up.
All right. Amon chants some phrases in the old tongue, and a small orb of golden light envelops him. And do you want to take any movement, Amon, or is it Draco's turn?
I mean, I'll take a delayed action just in case it attacks. I would attack with my sword.
Casting the spell was your action.
Oh, that's the main. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. No other actions.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, sounds good.
You can go ahead and go if you are set.
I'm not. I'm trying to think of what I want to do because underwater fire doesn't work so well. I wouldn't imagine anyway. Why did I decide to go underwater?
We didn't think about
fire guy.
We didn't really think about that too much. How you're sort of useless down there.
Hey.
Everywhere, really.
A potion of animal friendship with the eel.
He can burn them with steam water.
Or talk to it.
Talking is not something that Draco's good at. He'll just say the same thing over and over again.
It's funny because it's your turn and it's your action. What are you doing?
I'm going to basically... Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to shape a cube of water in its 5-foot square right here into ice. So at least we get one side of protection. And it stays that way for 1 hour, it says. Unless it starts floating because ice floats, doesn't it? Damn it.
It sure does. So we can make an ice cube for you. I think I might even have a thing for that.
So now
he's just staring down at the water and sees an ice cube just pop up.
I'm waiting for that to happen. And it's just gonna be right underneath the eel and push the eel and the dead guy up to the top of the surface, and I'm gonna be like, okay.
Is that the sign?
Yeah. Do I kill people now? Oh no. Okay. Not yet.
There
you go. It's a 5-foot square, and ooh. I'll also cast my fire buddy. And what was it? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'll cast my fire buddy right behind him. There you go. Perfect. And with my fire buddy there, Flame Seed, maybe it works underwater. It's magic. Yeah.
We're about to find out the rules. Go ahead.
Yeah. I gotta pull him up so that way I can do his fire seed, or flame seed.
That attack would hit neither the eel nor the rider, so we don't get to learn the rules just yet.
Okay, no rules yet learned. Okay. Yeah, that's my turn. All right.
Hoppy, it is your turn.
I got a barrier right there for us, so we got something to hide behind.
I guess we're gonna try and kill it. I'm gonna move up next to the ice thing, and I'm just gonna ready my sword in case it comes to attack, I'll ready an action.
Horse and rider advance to that point. The rider calls out in a voice that's being magically amplified to a point that you can hear it underwater, with no bubbles, so he's not actually breathing. This is a supernatural projection. He offers each of you the chance to stand down and walk away. Drop your weapons. My quarrel is only with her. Pointing out his finger, he's directly staring and pointing at Sari. She must pay.
And I'd say we circle around her, like, gotta go through us type of deal.
He dismounts from the eel and sends the eel at Hoppy and swims around to this position here.
He doesn't. I don't get an attack of opportunity since he's moved through my.
No, he hasn't left.
He hasn't left.
Yes, I will make a giant eel attack on Hoppy. Starting with my bite. I think that misses. Second bite. Oh, is worse. Stupid eel. And then the white.
If only it was a rat.
If only it was a rat. The undead rider will attempt to drain life from Sari. Jiminy Christmas. That not being very successful, will longsword strike her. Oh, that's good.
It's critical.
At least you got something.
Okay, that's good. I gotta get the table. Sorry, I did not open the table yet this morning.
Sorry.
What I rolled?
31.
Oh, that's good. I can attempt to grapple her for free. I will do that. That seems good.
Failure.
Oh my goodness.
Oh dear.
This is not going well.
I will roll her athletics.
He's very pissed at her.
Well, undead him is very pissed at her.
Basically, like diving off of the serpent, he streamlines right into Sari. She is able to parry his longsword, and his innervating touch is trying to drain life from her, grasping her around her throat. She takes both of her hands to stop that, but that leaves him an entirely free hand, which he just wraps her up in like a bear hug, and they just start sinking lower. Amon, you had a delayed action. Oh no, you didn't. You two used your action.
I didn't.
Hoppy had a delayed
But
action.
Sari's not on the turn order.
Right? She'll go at 0. NPC.
Since he took a action, I'm gonna attack him.
Okay.
And I get 2 of those, right?
You do. You cut into his back, slashing into the plate armor a little bit. No reaction to pain like you've seen with the undead before. You're going to have to just cut this guy into pieces to stop him.
Does that doesn't when they get attacked, doesn't the grappled person get a chance to break free?
They do not.
Okay.
Actually, Amon, while you're considering what you're doing, I'm going to go upstairs to the ladies for just a moment.
Yes, please.
I don't think this will... I don't want to split the party. Can ladies, can you in your mind palace visualize the crater page? You can visualize what the environment your characters are in.
Yes.
So it's taken them a long time to descend. You have no idea that they're in combat. There's no communication, there's no distress pull on the ropes yet, but it's taken them an hour and change to get down to that depth, slowly descending, meticulously sort of scouting for safe places, taking their time. I don't want to say boredom has grasped you, but you're starting to tap your foot like this should be over by now. Why aren't they back? I hope they're okay. Then you start,
Especially Draco, he's awesome.
Thinking maybe now is a good time to sharpen my swords, or you're looking for those sort of like busy time activities. Whilst you are both sort of dangerously close to boredom, I'd like each of you to make a perception check.
Oh
Ooh,
no.
we've been here too long.
It's not going well.
And
We're
there's
bored.
been
We're
no
falling asleep.
activity.
We're tired. We're tired and it's hot. And we didn't have our pumpkin spice lattes.
You missed the boys. That's cool.
Ow.
Whilst you are, doing whatever you do to stave off boredom and trying to stay mission focused, you hear like splashing sounds, almost like someone swimming or struggling in water. Peeking out from your blind ever so sneakily, you don't see anything. As you return to the safety of the hunter's blind, you hear a soft feminine voice call out to you, "Hello, little lost ones."
We're not lost.
That's the same voice I heard.
Who are
Is
you?
this a fucking siren? I will stab you, bitch. We're not lost.
The voice calls out, "Of course you're not lost, because I've found you."
Oh, I hate you.
What do you want?
Can I kill her?
The voice calls out, "To meet new friends."
Mm-mm.
To
We're
collect
not your
what is-
friends. Nope, we're not your friends. Not
I
us.
just want it noted that Ani is not standing up and she's not going anywhere near water.
I mean, you're already very near water, just so that we're
I'm just
clear.
saying, like, I'm not going
Shut
to
it in-
go. I'm not going to fall for any more of this trickery. So if this person wants to
Binkies.
present themselves and we can see who they are, I will engage. If we can't see any, I am done.
Having failed your wisdom saves before, as is the case with both of you, there is that moment of otherworldly perception again. You look at each other, and both of your eyes seem flooded with water. You get the appearance of you're looking into the depths of an aquarium when you see into each other's eyes. And suddenly your hair begins to drip wet with moisture. Your clothes begin to cling to your body as though they're damp. And you can hear what sounds like footsteps on like a very, very shallow puddle. Like just after a rain when water has collected on stone and there's just enough puddle to make a gentle pitter-pattery splashing sound.
Hell no. Stay away from us.
Well, I did invite them out as long as they exposed to themselves. If they wanted to continue talking.
Wow.
Ayo.
Show yourselves.
Are you peeking around the blind to see what's making that sound?
Yeah. I will peek around the blind.
Standing on the surface of the water is a humanoid woman. She has long waist-length red hair, and she's wearing what looks maybe like a dressing gown, all of which is just dripping, sopping wet. But she steps effortlessly, walking on the surface of the water, moving very, very slowly towards you, doing her best to not appear intimidating, and she walks towards you with her palms at her waist, but open so that you can see she's not holding anything. Looking something like this.
Would you like
Oh,
to
I
sit and
like
talk
her.
about our bottled storms?
She has one question for you. Who runs the world?
I'm gonna gesture. Can I see her through the opening of the blind, or can I not see her because Ani is obstinate. She does not understand what's going on, and she can't fight what she can't see, and she's not gonna go look at things that aren't real.
If you can hear her walking, you can see the figure moving through the slats in the hunter's blind, and you can see her reflection on the surface of the ocean.
Okay. Then I will welcome her to. I'm going to step out of the blind and sit down at the opening so that Renan is still inside, and gesture for her to sit down next to me on the beach.
Hey, girl, what's up?
Exactly. Let's make friends.
She'll follow you, and sits as you sit. Basically kind of almost like she's mirroring you. Like anytime you make a posture adjustment, she makes a posture adjustment. If you interlace your fingers, she interlaces her fingers. If you sit cross-legged, she sits cross-legged.
I'm just observing, being like, some freaky shit. This is some freaky shit.
How long have you been here?
I've lived here my entire life.
And did you see what happened here when this crater was created and these people were killed?
She says, "Oh yes."
We are not like the silver skeleton people. Are you?
She nods her head no.
Why do you live here? Oh wait, I'm with you guys. I follow them because I'm not gonna leave.
You're right behind us, I'm guessing, still inside the blind. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and I'll be like,
you are technically there. You can talk.
Why do you live here? What's your purpose?
Why does anyone live anywhere? I stay here to collect things that are lost.
We happen to be looking for something that is lost, but we understand that it's underwater, and our party has gone to look for it. We ourselves are not lost.
She laughs coyly and says, "Are you sure?"
100%.
I know exactly who I am.
And where I am.
She asks if you collect things that are lost.
In a sense.
She says that she has been following you since you first arrived because she likes you.
That's nice. What do you like about us?
At least one of you is definitely a lost thing.
It's not me.
She says, "No, the little circus man."
But know that together, one cannot truly be lost.
The little circus man?
I believe Drake.
Who's the little... Yeah.
I
need to hear her say it.
She says, "The one
He just got lost for a moment. Yeah, he just got lost for a moment, but we've got him.
She says that she collects lost things her entire life, and she's never found anyone who's more lost than he is.
He'll find his way in time. Nothing.
He just needs a little bit more time to cook. His mom pulled him out of the oven too soon.
Wow.
She asks if you have anything that you've found on your journeys that you could share with her.
I have some things I could share with you, but first I need to make sure that you're not going to try and keep our lost brother, because we've found him and we find lost things and we take care of them.
She nods very much and says that's why she likes you. She collects lost things also.
Do you have family?
She sadly shakes her head no. Just her collection of lost things. And she asks you what you would consider in trade for the circus man.
We're not trading the circus man. He's ours. We found him.
You could
But
come with us
we
and become one of our lost things that have been found.
She shakes her head and acknowledges that while neither of you nor her is a silver man, she is very different than you.
You did say that you were looking for friends, though.
I'm always looking for friends who are willing to trade.
could we maybe come and visit you from time to time, so you're not so lonely?
She perks up at the idea. She says that you're always welcome here.
Do you hurt lost things?
She's confused by the question.
Well, you say you find lost things. What do you do with them once you find them?
I collect them.
And where do you keep your collection?
Are you trying to steal my things?
No, not at all. You don't have to show me. I'm just asking.
I have troves all over the island.
What about giving
Okay.
her the ring from Mistress Viper? We've already opened it and collected the message from within.
Oh, I was going to give her the fire rose.
Oh.
Because
In
it's
exchange
fucking
for
cool.
our fire person, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So I'll pull out the fire rose and just show it to her. Say, as long as you don't use it, it will always look this cool.
It will always look this cool.
This is great diplomacy on my part.
Mm-hmm.
Highly intelligent creature here.
She tells her that she doesn't think that will work where she lives. It's beautiful, though.
She lives under the water. Should have thought about that.
You do know that the fire rose will burn underwater. Like it's an alchemical component. It's infused with Heka.
Well, she's
It
up here, so I
magic.
thought, you know.
You could show her by submerging it that it does in fact bloom underwater.
Oh, I'll show her. I'll be like, here you go.
Holding your
See?
hand underwater, the seedling sprouts, and there's like a few sparks and rapid water boil in the immediate vicinity, but it does unfurl as a beautiful flaming rose. She loves it. Likes to stare at it, likes to ask you to open and close it several times.
And I'll just giggle with her because she's so
was-
cute.
You
this
could have
was
given her a
lost.
fork and told her something else.
No, I don't need this and you don't need it and it's fucking cool. She deserves cool shit. I like her.
You're worth the flaming rose.
She asked you where it was lost.
We found this in a desert. I have no idea. I'm making it up. I don't remember.
Wasn't it in the ruins?
I feel like in any D&D game you can say, I think I found it in that set of runes we were in. And you probably won't be wrong.
No, the
Perfect.
one
Well, I said
where we first saw the Mark of Anubis on Amon.
That's
I know
possible.
it's way before that. It's like
Didn't
early.
we get it from the
It was
flame,
the lovers.
silver flame guys?
Oh, maybe.
I thought we got it at the silver flame previous.
Oh, you're right. It
You're
was in
right.
his material components pouch. Yep.
Yep.
so. I'll tell her we stole it from one of them and point to a dead skull.
Oh, she pushes it gently back into your hands. That I can't take it if it was stolen. I am only allowed to collect things that are lost.
Oh no, They were already dead. So
Well,
we just found it.
They took it.
She gleefully takes it back. Then, like that's in her world, that's totally fair game. Like collecting things from the dead is lost.
Apologies, I misspoke.
She waves her hand over the ocean, and a small watery orb starts levitating up to her hand, and there are some just kind of sundry items, and you can see her sort of scroll through it, rotating the ball until items are like more appropriate to her discussion with you are showing forwards, and she floats the ball to you and offers you the opportunity to pick any one of these in exchange for the flaming rose. I'm going to show you guys the 3 items, and I'm going to cut back down to the downstairs group. Ladies, these are the 3 things that she's offering you.
Well, what we want
Because
is Draco's life, and for her to not try to keep him.
I don't think she's going to.
negotiated. Normally, I'd have to have you identify these items, but because she seems both knowledgeable and you guys have established a friendly dialogue, I'm going to just show you the items as they are. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I
No.
hate it.
I love it.
Absolutely
No.
fucking
I
not.
hate it. Hey.
Oh, I
she's
like
friendly.
that.
That would have been helpful.
Uh-oh.
Alright, well, killed that first one with fire.
I like the ring.
Downstairs wet team. Round 2 begins against Abasi and his recently acquired paladin's mount. It is a monster.
This baby.
I'm gonna stab it with my stabby stab. The undead guy.
Are you going to move closer to him first, or is this you're throwing your longsword?
That was No, sorry. I was
perfect. Hit for 10.
And another
hit for 6.
The doll is actually pretty awesome.
use
Yeah,
Searing
she
Smite,
is.
but I don't think Searing Smite will work underwater.
Is it
Let's
fire
try.
or is it divine? Like, is it radiant damage?
I think it's just fire damage. Yeah, 1d6 fire.
We can try and learn a fire rule.
I'm down for trying things.
That's
Meg, I have thoughts.
Are you rolling the fire damage?
I roll it and it's not coming through. Oh, because I didn't click what level. That's why.
I see.
It's your name.
It's dirty. You summon fire on the blade. It sort of rapid boils underwater. The blade, instead of burning white hot, is only sort of orange. You strike at him, and fire deals half damage while submerged in water. Unfortunately, that means he takes none because he also made his Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
So
all right.
half again. Draco, your turn, round 2.
Okay. So he's still grappling with Siri, right?
He is, yep.
Alright, I'm gonna come around to about right there. Actually, nah, I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that because that would screw me up later. Let's see. Well, I'll have my buddy come on over and do the flaming. Try to do the fire seeds again. Flame seed at the big dude because he's kind of fighting with the Poppy right now.
Okay.
And
So critical hit. Go ahead and roll your critical stuff first, and then we'll discuss. Well, half damage underwater, but we'll see how good the critical effect is.
Yes, but John always gives us stuff that we can buy. We can buy sending stones.
Spell strikes with extreme force. Roll an additional set of spell damage dice above and beyond the normal crit roll, and the target suffers 1 unit of exhaustion.
Oh, wow. Go Flame Seed.
So roll another 6-sider. Oh, I see. So 15 is 7 points of damage underwater. And is he making a second attack, or was that you rolling the d6?
Oh, you said roll another d6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then do you, as Draco, have any action?
Me as Draco, yes, he will do. Since, yay, fire does work. I will cast, where's it at? Flaming Sphere right here, behind the guy. At level 2. Wow, it's only 6. But he's got to roll 16, so that way, that's good. Let's have it over here so that way it doesn't burn any of my team.
Haha.
Yeah.
He did make his save. Do I take half or no damage if I make my save?
I just had it up. Where did I put it? It is. Not that.
I think it's half.
I think it is half.
Yeah, we'll just do that. He'll take 1 point of damage from the fire because underwater makes it 3. Half of 3 is 1.
There you go.
Not the most effective you've ever been, but we'll take it.
Yeah, it's. One thing I was planning on doing, but my team is all surrounding all the stuff that I was going to hit, so not worried about it. Because, I got area of effects that's cones out, and everyone's in front of me, so I can't do like sound waves underwater, because it would hurt them too. But yeah, I'm good.
Happy.
Right.
Okay, sorry. That I was just seeing attack and damage, but like no values yet. I don't know why.
Sorry.
It took a while.
Sorry, I was muted because Memphis is talking to me now. I said since they have this dude under control, I'm gonna go ahead and attack the eel.
Okay. The first attack misses. The second attack hits for a total of 15 damage.
And I'm raging, and that's it.
I think. Floating down into the depths, undead Abasi has now got both of his hands wrapped around Sari's neck, and you can watch as like black tendrils of necrotic energy begin to seep into the veins around her face and throat, and you can see her skin go tight against the bone as he's literally siphoning life from her into himself, healing the damage to his own body as he does.
Well, that's a good.
I can reduce that by 2d6. Why don't I do that?
Only 1 point. Then DOS Sneaky Serpent. Hoppy, it has the sort of silvered scales along its ridgeline, which suddenly flash with electricity. It is an electric eel that is attempting to jolt you. I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw. You take only half the damage, which it didn't even roll for me. Thank you. You take half of 13, which is 6, and then half again, which is 3. And you avoid the stun. It is 0. I had Sari attack Abasi last turn. I think that's still the best use of her time, but I didn't give you guys technically the option for help, harm, heal.
Help, harm, or heal? I think harm.
Oh, she got to help herself. So yeah, harm.
She should probably try and get loose and then attack.
You think she's trying to break the grapple?
Probably.
Not like that, she's not. Nope. She also seems like resistant to hurt someone that used to be her friend, especially as he's accusing her of being the reason he's dead. She seems maybe conflicted for the moment. It is Amon's turn at the start of round 3. We'll do this round of combat and then we'll hop back upstairs for discussion with the Ariel.
Whew.
Nice.
Even though my sword doesn't work well underwater, it's fire right now.
You cut him in half. You deal what should have been a lethal amount of damage to any person, but you literally cut him in half at the torso. His lower half just keeps sort of sinking and drifting away in the current of the ocean floor here, but the top half remains attached to Sari, strangling her. Something seems to be keeping him alive. You've completely discorporated his body. There's no reason he should still be clinging to life. You've defeated undead by destroying them before. This should have done it. It's almost like something is still allowing him to cling to life.
Don't they have a something where we have to do damage beyond the threshold?
Draco,
or we have to kill what's controlling it. But maybe we just take off the head first.
No. We fought an undead previously where we had to keep damaging it, I thought. Like every time it has a chance, every time that you take it past 0 to actually die. So
yeah, some undead have undead fortitude where even at 0 hit points they don't die unless they fail a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
That could be this. So it could just be a matter of kill it more. Some undead require like holy damage, radiant damage to die, to like final death. Could be that. Some ghosts, ghasts, wraiths, wights can also have their their emotional ethos tethered to a physical item, something that was meaningful to them in life, and sometimes they sort of treat that like a pseudo phylactery, in that they won't die until that item is either cleansed or destroyed.
Must be the shield over here. Stunfire guy.
Draco, it is your turn.
So it's my turn. He's still attack. Okay, actually before that, he did not move, so he gets a little fireball damage.
Mm-hmm.
So it was what, 1d6. We got 4 more damage, so half that's a 2. So it's underwater, right?
Correct.
So he got 2 more damage. Yay! Okay. Since he's still going after her, he's definitely more the threat, so I'm going to do something I haven't done, I don't think, ever while playing with you guys. I'm going to
Not
go
suck.
get... What's that?
Not suck?
Oh, I don't think I've ever sucked at this game.
Joking, sorry.
I'm going to pull out my... do I got one in here? I thought I had one. Yeah. Pull out my little sickle I had and attack the guy. Try cut his hands from her neck
With the fickle sickle.
with my sickle. So where's my sickle? Here we go.
The pickle slice and fickle sickle.
Yes. Swim over and go swank, aiming at his wrists. See if I can
got a
get him
sickle.
dislodged.
I got a sickle.
Unfortunately, the 12 misses. It hits like right in the chunky part of his vambrace, and just ding, sort of bounces off, reverberating in the water. He just sort of looks at you. Eyes flash bright red for a moment, like the "I told you to leave me to my business" kind of glance.
Yeah. So about that, since I only get like one move like that, I will swim away from him and flame seed it up again with that dude.
The flame seed misses. Hard underwater, it kind of just goes like a bottle rocket,
Right.
errant in the wrong direction. And
Okay, that's my turn.
Hoppy, your turn.
I'm gonna keep after the guy that I'm the eel.
One hit, one miss. I see the hit for 10.
And I guess that's all I can do.
Okay. It is Abasi's turn. Abasi continues to try to just kill her. The life drain is successful the first time, not the second. Does no damage.
Hoppy.
On 0, do you want her to try to break free again? Do you want her to Eldritch Blast his chest? Do you want her to try to do
Eldritch
something else?
Blast.
Here, blast his chest. Hit his chesticles.
Nice.
Now, seeing that she's fighting for her life, fires 2 just bright blue bursts right into his chest at point blank range. She has burst open the breastplate, and you can see it sort of melting the backside just from the impact heat. But the creature is, its torso is now in chunks. He's chumming the waters with bits of himself, but he's still just trying to kill her. Definitely at this point motivated by some kind of otherworldly force. Something is keeping him alive well beyond his even beyond his normal lifespan, even beyond his supernatural lifespan. We'll go back upstairs for quick discussion with Lady Time. Did you reach a decision on the item?
We did.
Okay. What item will you be accepting in trade for the Fire Rose?
The god awful scary doll.
Nice. The beating baby.
The beating baby.
I love
We
it.
think that she'll think that that's funny because it's the most chaotic choice. And I secretly like the idea of Renan being able to channel it to a big bad while we're fighting, and she's hiding around the corner just stabbing it over and over again.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a great voodoo doll for sure. And another paralyzer.
So that's what we've decided on.
Excellent. Yeah, she's gleeful. She likes it. She takes it out of the orb and like gently combs its hair a couple of times. It's like it is so ratty and algae ridden and gross and disgusting, but to her, like there's a sentimentality to it, almost like you could tell it was something that she loved once, and maybe even she just loves that it was something that was loved by someone else. But like does her best to like put it in a good state, combing its hair and like buttoning the top button on its dress before handing it to you.
I'm gonna quickly hand it to Renan so that she can hide it in the bag of holding, and I never have to touch it again.
Gross, 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 gross.
It is honestly the coolest item. Even though it's sending stones yet again we pass upon.
Yep.
I love it.
She asks you if there's anything else you want to trade for. She loves trading lost things. She also asks if you know any secrets. I love secrets. Michelle is muted. Or maybe she's not actually talking to me.
I know about older boulders.
She doesn't know what that means. What's an older boulder?
Let me go back.
Tell her about Updog.
Older boulders are proto-elementals that predated my people, who are the Earth Genasi. And their favorite way to fight is to roll themselves into a giant rock ball and become a siege weapon. Just basically cartwheel into all the stuff they're attacking.
She laughs, but doesn't know what a cartwheel is.
Oh, I'm probably too big to show her.
I thought you're little.
Oni? She's like a beast of a woman.
Yeah, you're stout. Short and stout. Ugh.
All right, I'll do my very best to do a tumble roll.
Okay, can I beam up to the front so I can watch this up to the top? Because I want to watch
I
this.
think Renan's gonna have to log out and log back in again because we still can't hear her.
If anybody's in text conversation with her, let her know that we have lost her. Or perhaps Amon's already on it.
I'm working on it.
Appreciate it. Thank you for being tech support.
Testing, testing.
I think I
through
can hear you
Amon's
through
mic.
Amon's headset.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
Yay, we
There
can
we
hear
go.
you. You're back.
I'm
you're
back. I said
That did it.
I said, do we know any secrets that she would want to hear?
Oh, we lost her mic again. Don't hear her.
Draco also suggested maybe the reliquary secrets. I know we weren't supposed to share those, but we could tell her that
No.
we won that we are reliquary champions.
She loved your demonstration of a cartwheel.
Excellent.
And says that looks like it would be much easier to do if you were underwater.
It definitely would be. Would you like to try it and show it to us?
She's very shy and doesn't want to do that right now.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay.
Maybe later.
She says, that's funny that you called it an older boulder.
Yep.
Because it's old, like the primordials that made this island. And then it's a boulder like a mundane rock.
Exactly.
Wait, hold up. The primordials made this island? Wow. Thank you for sharing your secrets with us.
She shakes her head like, there's not a, why is that a secret?
I didn't know that.
Do any primordials still live here? Like older boulders?
She shakes her head. Tropos is not like an older boulder.
What's
Tropos? Somebody write that down. I think that's supposed to be me.
She says,
Tropos.
"You don't already know about it? Uh-oh, maybe I shouldn't have said anything."
Is Tropos
Well,
a new
you
friend we
already-
could make?
She gets like really shy and quiet. She's proud that Tropos is her friend, but she says, I probably shouldn't be talking about him.
Okay.
What other secrets do you know?
Those are all the secrets we know.
If she likes secrets, she's going to love this ring because she can hide secret things inside it. And I'm going to present her with Mistress Viper's ring.
She loves the
feel
hidden
like-
compartment.
That was not the thing to give her.
We don't need it for anything now that we've got the information out of it. And it's got a secret compartment. Secret lovers should love this.
She wants to know where it was lost.
Oh, in a town, just outside of a town that we were at. But I don't recall the name.
From Beiju. Just make
Beiju.
it up. She'll never know.
Actually, I think that may have been right. Because wasn't it on the outskirts?
Yeah.
Where the city walk
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just going to wait and see if your brain came up with it, but it's okay. Mine did.
That's so unusual.
She
I
tells
used
you
to be
that she
smart.
doesn't have anything that has a special secret compartment in it. She wishes that she did.
Well,
So
now
she doesn't think
does.
that there's anything she can trade for this, though.
Well, you wanted to know what we would trade you for our brother's life, so would that be a fair trade?
I really wanted to collect the circus man.
You can't.
He's very important to us, and I know it seems like he's lost, but he'll find his way back.
Okay, for this time I won't, but if he's lost again, I get to collect him.
That's a
Fair.
very fair bargain.
I hope
To
I
be
don't fall and
fair-
get lost in the bottom
To
of the
be
pit.
fair, I would have been fine if she kept him, but that is neither here nor there.
Scary,
Yep.
ugly doll for Wayward Brother? Mm-hmm.
The conversation, like, you guys are just happily, charitably exchanging niceties, but you can tell she's a little jealous that you guys have found yourselves a carnival man. She likes that a lot. Wishes that she had a circus dude of her own, and wants to know like where exactly you found him.
You know, you could come with us and he could be your circus dude also. You could be a part of this team. Have you collected a family yet?
She shakes her head no. She says that sadly she can never leave the water.
Why is that?
She says that's just how she is.
Perhaps.
She says,
What do you know? Do you know
you're
what
made
you
of the
are?
earth. Can you not ever leave the earth?
You know, I haven't tried. I don't know the answer to that. I can go into water.
Do you know? No.
She's
Nay.
very, very jealous of that. But you're not of the water. You're of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And you're of the water and you're on the earth right now?
No, I'm on the water. She splashes her feet on the very surface of the wet sand.
So can you travel anywhere where there is water? If we took some water with us, would you be able to come with us as long as you were connected to that water?
She does tell you that she can be anywhere that there's water, but would never consent to being trapped.
What if you put some water in your new secret ring? Then the water comes with you.
That's too risky. There are people who would take advantage of that.
Do you know
Someone
what you are?
Once took advantage of her mother like that.
Oh,
Oh, sorry to hear that.
we definitely don't want you to do anything that you don't like.
She's like, doesn't she's to her it's unfathomable that you don't know what she is, given that she knows what you are. But she says, like, submerging half of her body into the wet sand again, like kind of just disappearing into it, that she's a nymph, of course.
Mm.
So you like to have a lot of sex?
Oh God.
I just want to get ahead of it before anybody
Nice.
else made the joke.
It's not a bad idea. Not a bad tactic.
Tell her about the grotto.
That's true. She could anytime she wanted. So can she travel anywhere where there's water? Could you leave this water area and go through the ocean? Because we have a place called Draco's Grotto that you could come and visit us at that has some water. And you'd be welcome to visit
And
there
it's a secret.
anytime if you can access it.
She very, very braggadociously says that she can teleport anywhere there's water, and I don't even need a cloak.
That's
Ooh.
wonderful.
Rub that right in.
So you
Ouch.
can come and visit us anytime you want.
Let's maybe not tell her where the clown man lives that she wants to keep. Honey.
Well, but then she could
Let's
visit
maybe think this through.
if she wants to be part of our family, she could visit us anytime she wanted there. Now, we may not be there because we won't spend a lot of time there, but there is water there and she could come and visit us. She doesn't have to
And
stay
lots
on
of
this
sex.
island if she doesn't want to. And as a nympho,
Very important. There's no O at the end of that.
the mind hears what it wants to hear.
She tells you that if you give her something of yours, something not lost, but something that belongs to you, that she can find you anywhere, that you can call her and she can find you anywhere there's water. That way, if you ever need to talk to her again about lost things, you can.
Can I give her my pet meteorite mountain rock?
Absolutely. Anything that has, like, any kind of personal affinity to you.
I collected this because I wanted to keep it when I found it in the desert.
She loves it, treasures it, puts it in her little, like, water bag of holding, and tells you that her name is Aretusa. If you ever need to talk
straight
to
out of
her
The Witcher. Straight out of The Witcher.
about
Sorry, keep going.
lost things or just friends or circus men, that you just need to find a reasonable amount of water and say my name.
That's wonderful. Now we
That's
can be
freaking
friends.
cool.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Oni, and this is Renan. Welcome to our family.
What's up?
It's funny because the circus man is trying to use fire underwater, but fire isn't going to work there.
Well,
Are they in danger?
he is a circus man.
She just nods. Oh yes, they're in danger.
Can you help them?
Or help us help them?
You don't want to just let them have their fun? I thought we were having
I don't
nice
think
time.
it's fun for them. Oh, we're having a great time. But shouldn't we help them if they need it?
We don't want anything bad to happen to them. And if they need our help, we'll go down and help.
They're our family. And you're our family now. Are you sure you couldn't help us?
She said, if you want to be where they are, I can take you there.
How will we breathe?
I can't breathe. Yeah, I can't breathe underwater.
She chuckles like in disbelief. Wait, really?
We can only breathe air.
Yeah. Somebody do it. No air, no air. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
She tells you that she has a friend who's a dolphin, and he can hold his breath for 24 minutes. Can you hold your breath for 24 minutes?
No, we're not as
We're not
cool
those
as
kind
your
of
dolphin
mammals.
friend.
How many minutes can you hold your breath for?
Maybe 2
Maybe.
on a really good day.
She shrugs and says that should be plenty of time.
To get down there?
She says that in water she can be anywhere she wants to be.
Right, but then what do we do once we get down there? We can't breathe.
You hold your breath, silly.
Would you be able to
Are
bring
you
us?
gonna?
I suppose you could bring us immediately back up with your teleportation. We do have one potion of water breathing, but that doesn't work for both. Unless you stay here and I have her take me down.
Yeah, this is going well. Just keep splitting us up.
Or we could just stay here and let them figure their own stuff out.
Round.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that too.
Let them drown. You know me.
Where your sister is, just saying.
All right.
No, I mean, if she's offering to take us down, then we should go down. Right? Or you should at least.
What is that? 2 rounds of combat before we have to come back up?
Round 10 rounds is 1 minute.
Oh yeah, we'll be fine.
If you want to, she's able to get you down in 1 round, just to take you directly to where they're fighting. You would not have the benefits of water breathing. And assuming she's able to take you back up or willing, like that should be a problem if something happens to her.
Renan would have to teleport us out immediately back to this spot so that
seems relatively risk-free.
We would have a way to
get
back quickly.
I don't agree with anything John just said. If he says it seems relatively risk-free, it's not.
Okay, then do you want to
That's a lie.
Then do you want to just stay here and ask? Maybe she can go and watch them and let us know if it seems like they're in danger, in critical danger.
She says that she can watch, and if you look on the yellow side of the anemone, if they don't do well, then we have more lost things.
Oh no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. We can't lose them, okay? We can't lose them.
All right.
We need them.
Please come back up and get us if one of them gets hurt.
Is within an inch of their life. Come and get us.
Watch their hit bars.
Yes. You can tell she doesn't necessarily understand the turn of phrase "inch of their life," but I think she understands like the intention of what you're saying and disappears.
Good. Thank you.
That extrasensory perception sense leaves you. Eyes are no longer sort of cloudy and aquarium-like, and your hair and clothing is not nearly as damp and wet as it was before.
Okay.
I like that. I like that water nymph.
Mm-hmm.
Back downstairs for round number 4. Amon, it's your turn. We've got 8 minutes. Let's wrap this up quick.
Get this.
That's it.
Wow.
Nice.
Are you still attacking Abasi?
Yes. Trying to
Okay.
cut his hands off.
Yeah, you've cut up his torso like he's connected by sinew, bone, and links of the chain link that make up his armor. It is beyond clear to you that some otherworldly force is keeping him combat effective. Draco, it's your turn.
Okay. So there's got to be something around here. So I'm going to look around, see if I can find something that maybe is attached to him or whatever that I could attack. Like, do I
make a perception roll?
Horcrux.
Wow, terrible.
Yeah, from your perspective, you can really only see the giant hole in the seabed floor and the wreckage of a ship on either side of what would have been the the drilling beam.
Okay, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if I can, come over this way and just look around the wreckage.
Are you going to use move action and action to move?
Yes.
Yeah, you can be anywhere within 60 feet. Then that puts you somewhere in this neck
right
of the woods,
there.
I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
From here, you can see that there's like lots of colorful. Well, with dark vision, I guess you don't see color, but lots of rich, vibrant seafloor life. There's some crabs scuttling about. There's a barnacled old footlocker that's been sitting here, part of this wreckage, likely. You do also see a relatively new enameled shield sitting on the ocean floor that bears the crest of the god Pateba.
do I know what god that is?
Pateba is the god of vengeance.
Oh, that's right. There you go. Hey, hey, hey! I'm smart. So I can't attack it yet, but I see it. But I can have my little dude attack this monster. Again, since he's right there. Might as well flame seed him up again to kind of help the team out. But now I know what I'm going to do for my next round. All right.
Yeah, roll again for a spell crit. Well, your target is blinded until the end of the next turn, so you shot him right in the eyeballs with the fire.
That's right. With 9 points of damage, minus half of that.
4.
But enough that he's got like hot coals in his eyeballs, shaking them around. The serpent is violently thrashing in the waves or in the ocean.
You're welcome, Hoppy. Finish him.
Nice.
It is Hoppy's turn.
Hey, John Meta.
Yeah.
I removed the rose from my inventory and I added the magic doll and I put it into the handbag of holding.
Excellent.
Attack the eel twice.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, Mark. I'm sorry. Like, I see that it says Great Sword 24, but it's taking like the damage 10, 15 seconds to fill in. So I'm like, wait. Yes,
14 and 11.
both hit, and that's enough to kill the eel. As it blindly thrashes away, you wait for it to sort of just rubber band in a favorable direction, and you just cut its head off, leaving like a 3-foot wormy stalk stump thrashing, bleeding into the water.
Better grab some for Andy.
Yeah, it keeps reflexively just coiling, and then like once or twice it tries to defensively jolt, just as a autonomic nervous response, but it's dead.
Was that both attacks?
That was.
Oh, I get another attack because of great weapon. Ah, great weapons master. I'll go ahead and attack this dude. Guess I won't hit him though.
Nope. What is left of his armor manages to just catch the sword. I'm gonna give him disadvantage because he's only like half of a upper torso now. Both attacks missed.
Okay, then roll d6.
13, it says.
So now I got a 3 damage because he didn't move from the fireball.
13 says I am knocked prone and my movement is reduced to 0.
You have no legs, so that makes sense.
Yeah, basically, you guys have finally battered him enough that he can't. He's trying his best to hold on to her, and Asari puts both of her feet into his chest and pulls off, like his right arm stays attached to her throat, and the rest of him just kind of he buoys for a minute, like having no legs to kick for momentum. He's just kind of a spinning quarter of an upper corpse eyes still glowing red, and he's still spewing profanities and promising vengeance. It is
Hello.
Amon's turn.
Sari's turn, right? She just kicked off.
Oh, you're right.
She gets
You're
a
right, you're right.
turn.
I will swim over the hole and prepare to descend.
As she does, the hand still in her throat squeezing or no?
It's attached and squeezing, but it doesn't seem to be able to innervate her. Amon, your turn.
So Draco found and communicated that he found some kind of something.
That sounds like Draco.
Something.
I found some kind of something.
And I can't really do anything to help him. So I'm going to. I mean, the only active part of the zombie guy is still attached to Sorry, right? Or is there?
There's like a hand that's severed just above the wrist, so like quarter of the forearm is around her throat. The rest of him is just kind of a buoy right where it is.
Okay, but not a threat, as far as I can tell.
No, as long as you guys stay clear of it, like he's got one arm to try to make maneuvers in 3-dimensional space with, and that's very difficult.
Okay. Then I'm just going to follow Sorry, and try to just keep her protected, so Draco can take care of the Horcrux.
I do like that analogy. Then Draco,
Yeah.
it's your turn. Take care of the Horcrux.
So, what should I do with this little thing? I mean, now I got something to hold over her. I'll do a scorching ray right at it.
Okay. That is sufficient damage to destroy the enameled shield. It bursts into fragments, and as it does, a rupture of black energy sort of expands out like a halo. As it crosses Draco's body, I need you to make a fortitude saving throw. And at the same time that happens, Abasi's eyes go completely black, and the corpse just begins to lifelessly float in the water, and the hand around Sari's neck goes limp and drifts off as she swims deeper into the sea.
Okay, what do you mean by fortitude? We don't got no fortitude.
Sorry, Constitution. That's
Okay.
old D&D. I apologize.
Name.
You play a game for like 20 years, and then they change the name of something.
Right.
Like-
ooh, no.
Like 5 years ago? 7 years ago?
Yeah, we have been in 5th for a long time. That's fair. You take 19 points of necrotic damage and move 1 level down the exhaustion track, as your body is riddled with powerful necrotic energy from the explosion of his shield. That was his last act of vengeance, was to make sure that whoever killed him would almost certainly die in reprisal.
Yeah, so how much damage did I get?
19 necrotic.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure I can block 2d6 of that. Let me double check.
Check on the range, because he's a good ways away from you.
30 feet. So.
Yeah, I'm way.
Yeah, you're. No, you suck a lot.
Nope, you're lame.
And then exhaustion, you said as well. Where's the exhaustion?
Yep.
There it is. Up to how many levels?
Just one. One
Okay.
level of exhaustion.
Guys, I have to bail a little bit early. Our little has lost his damn mind.
We're already 3 minutes over. I apologize. We'll end it right here with the shield having been destroyed, Abasi eliminated, and the descent to the Well of Fates still ahead of us.
Can we look at the locker
Awesome.
really quick?
Can you what?
You said there was a foot locker.
When we
Oh,
get
yeah.
back, we do it next time.
The only thing I want to say is we are good for next Sunday.
Okay.
Yay.
Yep, we'll open up the Footlocker and explore the rest of the depths next Sunday. And thank you very much for playing, guys. I'll see you next weekend.